My name is Erica Lorraine Spencer, and I remain subject to state surveillance and terrorism by the state of California that is operating a malicious targeting system which is referred to as federal group stalking and monitoring via communication devices. And it is in violation of federal stalking statute 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsections 1 and 2. My website and podcast serve the public good by publishing evidence of the public entity's ceaseless engagement in a pattern of conduct intended to stalk and monitor via communication devices, surveil, harass, and terrorize an American citizen in concert with the people of the state of California. Documentation serves the lawful purposes of wide exposure, federal prosecution, and influencing federal legislation with policies specifically designed to punish, dismantle, and disincentivize an unprecedented targeting system by a public entity that acts in concert with the people of the state in order to criminally place under surveillance and terrorize an American citizen, which is a matter of public corruption in the state of California. See thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com.
6H68086 7MPC 352 82653X1. New Amsterdam, that alcohol, that's a demon driving that vehicle. 8YXA435. WCA West Coast Arborist, those are demons terrorizing with direct light. 25615L2. 7EMU571. 6YXW652. It is currently it's 8 a.m. And the fake sun is directly over me while I'm at this county building. While I'm reading license plates, you have a demon that is stalking in the path at the driveway at 150 East Holt, where the fake sun is present at 3:55 in the afternoon, and that's daylight savings time. 8BLX971 is that demon, monitoring with the rest of them parked here as well. 8YXY655, 7GJD420, 6XNR477. And if you recall, again, my documentation is 3:55 p.m. I'm at the Fontana Lewis Library. This is just an example of what I document as I remain in Ontario. And 3:55 p.m. where I stand right now at 150 East Holt, which is the county building, which is the venue, which is where I'm getting up in the morning at the museum. And the light source is remaining directly over my head at 3:55 in the afternoon outside of the same building. That's remaining with the fake sun. And then all I do is go to a different address, a different city at that time, and you're seeing what is the maintenance of that fake sun directly over me. City of Ontario molesting, and this is the entity, the municipality engaged in kidnapping by entity, 1607590, vehicle 8060. Stalking in the path while monitoring documentation. License 7UDC085. All right, you'll see an old white male with a large nose. He's got on glasses and a lime green shirt. And he is a demon, first of all. Understand that condition. This is a demon. This is a sex offender that is touching me, a demon that's manifesting light and stalking in the path, engaging in that terrorism while engaged in federal stalking and listening to every word that I'm saying. So while I'm documenting, this demon is deciding to engage in that sexual violence while they're engaged in that ceaseless pattern of conduct. It's 8:01 a.m. I did capture the City of Ontario, the image of that minion driving that municipality vehicle. ATJU 717, 8ZKB 187, I believe. 7UFA 961, 8HZR 894, 4WWC 172, 8EQA 899, 5XBC 241. YP23366, YER, I can't see the rest of them. It's 8:02 a.m. And so, like I was stating, you're talking about the where I'm standing right now. Where I was standing 2 minutes ago at 8 a.m. reading those license plates. That's the same venue with regard to my presence later in the middle of the day, where it's the entity is keeping the light source in alignment with me at the same venue, directly above my head, in the same way that you see when I'm in Fontana and showing you what is the fake sun directly over me at 3:55 p.m., which is again speaking to what is stalking with a light source in the same way that the City of Ontario is stalking, and that's a demon stalking with light, engaging in that demented and sexually perverted conduct of manifesting light, touching me with that light while that demon is stalking in the path. All right, engaging in what is facilitation by loitering in front of the Ontario Town Square with the demons of Ontario PD vehicle 1801. This is P.O.C. It's currently 8:03 a.m. 6CZW050, 8LQR025. Monitoring with the City of Ontario, who's maintaining loitering presence. Omnitrans is maintaining loitering presence in front of what is the Rio Money Cash Transfer at 100 Euclid Avenue, right across the street in front of the Euclid Loan and Jewelry pawn shop. Now taking off, proceeding south on Euclid Avenue at 8:04 a.m. They're monitoring with the minions of the municipality that's using that utility. The same white male, the demon, that sex offender that is stalking, is engaging in that stalking pattern of conduct, and I captured its image, and is maintaining presence in front of the Ontario Town Square using the lights on that vehicle. This is a demon that also knows that it was documented. Okay, 8UUR961, 7EZC187. 8MUC966, 5MZF115, 8VRM931, 8RJK065, 8KJH813, 7RKS483, 7X, I can't see the one, 05873J1. They're all monitoring with the City of Ontario. I took a picture of that. The entities keep maintaining that light, and also with law enforcement, obviously. 5YLW456, they cross path visibly. 7TOY430, they maintain presence in the path. They're a demon-possessed agency. 8TWG445, 14955Z2, 7BZY066, AW64835 paper, 8WVP421, 7U9431, 74981D2, 8XYB885, 8RSP501. Omnitrans Route 61 going westbound right now at 8:05 a.m. 8GYG397, 8VLZ932. Ontario Improvement Association, they're monitoring. They're not improving anything. They are demons maintaining presence in the engineered light, stalking in the path, monitoring with communication devices. It's 8:06 a.m. Omnitrans going eastbound, crossing path. It's like bus number 1362 or 1262. And it's on traffic cameras at Holt and Euclid, headed toward the B&G Plaza. All right, it's 8:07 a.m. License RYANSGT, 6XBJ993, 7EQV873, 8SBS200, 8YJZ644, 69157. I can't really see the rest of them. 5ZVW581, 9G24960. That is CPC Transportation. Touching. 4TF7885 is the back license plate on that truck, and they're touching with direct light. 6CVU215. Teleq is crossing path. Teleq is spelled TELACU. Documented them before. Group stalking under the fake sun that on that day in 2021 remained over the Stater Brothers parking lot, Ontario Village, all day as I remained there. Documenting outside of Panda Walk in that parking lot. Yep, documented that. It's 8:07 a.m. That's the criminal that's engaging in what is facilitation with the demon that is using light activity. That's Union Pacific that you saw under the fake sun in Pomona. That's literally a company that's going to be prosecuted for engaging in what is demonic terrorism and ongoing incessant harassment while facilitating terrorism on behalf of the government, engaging in interstate stalking. And then that's also going to be relevant to what is existing federal law. Title 18, Section 2261A, subsections 1 and 2. Union Pacific is in violation of that as well. 7B56541. It's 8:08 a.m. License 6XRX 314. MLN 457 01927C1 7KS 465, I believe. 70XX096 8NUU 959 7BJC 858 8BUZ 803 4OFKIND PH 4173 8AAT 014 8DGA 566 7KBT 110 7YMH 171 6MWC 258 SoCal Edison 7B203G3, I believe. Substantial somewhere. That's SoCal Edison. 8PZX 344 8JLM 306 7UGT 056 9ADT 871 Aramark crossing path going west on Holt Boulevard. Aramark Corporation, the one entity, they acting on behalf of the entity engaged in surveillance and kidnapping by entity inside of the state facilitating venues with the sheriff's department. They are crossing path in the same exact directed light. I want to be clear. And under the fake sun, it's 8:10 a.m. Route 61, crossing path again. It's 8:11 a.m. going eastbound on Holt Boulevard. That's amplification. This is demonic activity you're witnessing. These demons are under what is an engineered environment. This is engineered light that they're in, while this amplified sound doesn't even sound like a train, if you really pay attention to it. And it's amplification nonetheless. That's demonic. They are pacing all around together in this engineered light. This is demonic activity. 7BLY 134. 8TMV 573, 8RDY 268, 5ZVL 664, 6YDR 760, 8MGA 021, 6HGA 144, 69469F3, 5BHF 077, 1503455. That's California exempt. That's a demon representing the state driving by in a California exempt vehicle license plate. 88320W2, 8JTH 961. 50715E2, 8DFZ483, 5FBE341, 8SVK480, 7W37883, 7DVN073, I believe, 5TRJ526, the YMCA, demons, in a commercial vehicle at what is B Street, stalking in the path. It's 8:13 a.m. License 8DCX 056. Now you have a train that is actually visible crossing paths on the tracks. I want to be clear, the entire time you're talking about what is you are looking at and the demonic that engages in what is an ongoing activity creation around you. 7 HUV 427, you actually would not hear the train whatsoever. These are demons that surround, manifesting light, demons that surround within and amongst activity that is surrounding you audibly. It's amplified 6TML 987, 7YXX5, I can't see the rest of them, I'm sorry. 8YOH545, 5ETN023, 8HDM 221, 8RKG527, 6JGV392, 09492J1, 79987H2, 35288G1. That is WCA. That's the acronym. And they're touching with direct light. Those are demons in that large truck. And 8RZS604. This is the demon manifesting light while they're crossing paths. Crossing paths, but changing lanes. That's a demon. License plate Altman Plants. License plate CP83840. That's a demon. 35107X2. 7TAH486. And they're all demons. I'm just specifying their demonic conduct as they engage in it. That's criminal conduct. And the entity is focused on where I am in the same way that they are with their manifestation of engineered light. These are demons doing so. And the demons are flying right over me by airplane where I am standing. Okay? That is the focus of the people of the state. They're demons. That's also the focus of what is amplified audible activity, where I am placed, wherever it is that I'm located. It's 8:15 a.m. License 8YCW800. Suppose you drive crossing path going eastbound on Hull Boulevard, and Coca-Cola crossing path going westbound on Hull Boulevard as the entity is hovering over me by airplanes, and these demons are changing lanes, manifesting light in the shade while they're stalking. So is Coca-Cola. This is a minion crossing path that I'm not talking to. He is monitoring me. It's 8:16 a.m. This looks like, let me see who this is. I'll say this is in a second. Loomis, Sectran, one of these demons driving these commercial vehicles. Yeah, that's Loomis. Oh no, yeah, that's Brinks. 8WDU938, CB58K12, 5NQK996, 8, I can't see that one, 5YUM185, Elias Brothers, 12084S2, 16864M2, 8WEN010, 8NYN465, 7MHP658, 95447K3, 8WDN176, 8SOR724, 8PIV283. Touching with, this is a demon, 6RCN055. I'm going to prosecute them for that. I'm going to touch them with a prosecution. License 8BHG349, 6EWT275, 8CYG547, and they're all demons the same. But you're talking about these demons engaging in what are, understand this conduct with directed light is not only terrorism, it is also sexually violent while they want to touch you and violate you with it. 8XJG937, it's also harassment by an entity. This is harassment by the government, okay? You're talking while they're engaging in their demonic activity. That is achieving what is criminal monitoring, surveillance. Bunch of demons want to keep you under surveillance, and you're breaking down their demonic activity, and all of it are additional federal crimes after another, and they're doing it on behalf of an entity, and they will be facing federal charges for that entity's criminal conduct that they are held accountable for. 8DTN073, ARIESP9, Western Express crossing path, license plate. These demons, license BU84U78, that's an all-white van with a paper plate on it. Looks like some Asians in that vehicle, an Asian female in the passenger seat, lines of directed light coming across the road, sprawling across the road toward me. That's an act of terrorism while they're monitoring. And again, the entity maintaining light activity at the Ontario Town Square, the ongoing flashing light, I captured an image of that. This is ongoing terrorism, and they're monitoring with that. That's demonic as well. Hank and Sons Plumbing, crossing path. And it's currently, by the way, 8:18 a.m. SOP 301 48775E2 7FFC 611 26199K2 7EHE 596 6BDG 785 8P10 995 8ZTA 638. This is Swift Transportation. License P9 89837 Indiana on Swift. 7TLD 884. That's Swift Night Transportation Holdings. Ontario Police crossing path, going westbound on Hull Boulevard. Edison, SoCal Edison crossing path as well, on traffic cameras. It's currently 8:20 a.m. ATRL 201. AB1, that's Anheuser-Busch. 1WP4109, that's a demon driving that Anheuser-Busch. Substantial directed light while they're engaging in representing a company, engaging in surveillance and demonstrating that demon possession. 6U.S.C 144, that's terrorism by that company. 8ZLE 445. And facilitation. While you engage in the P.O.C, you are facilitating that pattern of conduct as well. 9AJM012. 85814R1. 8MBN469. All right, that's amplified audible activity. The entity concentrating its location where I am, flying directly over the intersection, making a U-turn, and you can hear the activity. I took a series of images of that. This is Stalking in the Sky Space. Student Transportation of America crossing path. License EZDSTNY 6SQV 576 55673U2 7LKY913 7JJM237 8LYB231. Amazon Prime crossing path BF03L32 paper 7FPF900 7EZV277 40828T2. License plate 23762B1. That's a demon manifesting light, and it is facilitation while Amazon Prime is group stalking in traffic in relevant position, which I also capture an image of. It's 8:22 a.m. Omnitrans Route 61 going westbound, crossing path as well, monitoring to that same demonic conduct. They're all monitoring together. It's 8:22 a.m. 7WTB275. Watching the cockroaches grow. You see two Amazon Prime vehicles as I document them and speak of Satan. That's what Satan engages in. They are stalking. They are in a specific environment and they're monitoring documentation. That's going to the prosecution of that particular actor. Amazon, the company, is identified as what is the people of the state, as it's analogous to documenting an individual. The company itself is acting on behalf of the government. License 74833F1 GS167 handicap 7YLG 792 7GTZ 844 05689C2. Dependable Highway Express crossing path on the opposite side of the street. 8RGM671, a demon crossing path. The demons are at the Ontario Museum surrounding the perimeter with light activity. Right here at the Ontario Town Square and at the museum, a group stalking creating the same light activity that I captured an image of. This is demons that are surrounding the perimeter with light. This is speaking to, again, demons that are engaging in surveillance. That's what this light activity that's surrounding this perimeter with light. It's also entirely demonic, all right? And it's terrorism while people follow you around, engaging in light activity creation. 8YSY607. It is facilitation of criminal conduct. This is engaged in by the municipality. All right, it is 8:24 a.m. And that municipality is at the Ontario Museum, where the fake sun is not over that venue as it is while I'm there after this time remaining, remember, 9:49 a.m. and it's remaining over that museum. That's not the case. It's right over me where I am leaving as I am, speaking to the criminal activity that these demons are engaging in, and that specific acts of terrorism. It's relevant to what is facilitation of criminal surveillance. 26900T2. And that's why you're stalking with light. Not only because you're demons engaging in that demonic method of stalking with light, but because you are engaged in surveillance with communication devices. It's currently 8:25 a.m. License 8AXZ229 09123P1 8NJBO34 60312H1 5TYX124 7F1013, I believe, 9ACB035, touching with directed light. That's UPS. And you see UPS isn't flying over the museum where I was yesterday. UPS is hovering over where I'm standing, stalking. 8ZO, I can't even see that one. 5RUJ409. 5ZMM943. License 8LFL639. 6YSA437. United States Postal Service crossing path, approaching north on Euclid Avenue, signaling to turn east on Hull Boulevard at 8:26 a.m. And just as you saw in Pomona, under the fake sun that was right over me in the parking lot, the entity is stalking via UPS, hovering. This is where UPS is hovering over me, where the fake sun is also. That is speaking to the stalking conduct. You're identifying it by the environment. License 5ZOS026. And that amplified audible activity, which is demonic. This is a demon that's flying an airplane that's engaged in criminal activity, by the way. And it is criminal that they are of that condition, which you are identifying through the environment and their conduct. All right. This demon possession is criminalized with regard to also criminal surveillance. That is what UPS is. And I just captured images of them hovering over me right here. 5XDU335. And it's currently 8:27 a.m. That's amplified audible activity. 7223 2Y2 Ramen Food, California 159403, touching with directed light. License 8ERW515 BLSTRK 7L95329 7BFW529 8G. Let me see. I can't see that one. 28370K3 6DJB814 4456. I can't see the rest one. 8RXK 628 6BLN 278 7TIV 762 4FW5616. That's a trailer on this demon's vehicle. 67021X2. That demon with that trailer is touching with directed light. U-Haul AL4508. That's Arizona on a U-Haul. Stater Brothers crossing path going westbound in a commercial vehicle. They are molesting as well. They're demons as well. They're in the same environment. They're not separate because these demons are on the street driving by me and touching me with directed light. But I am specifying those as they engage in that conduct on behalf of the entity. It's 8:28 a.m. License 7XOW052. License 74052J1. And this is called patrolling. It's demonic. Repeatedly hovering with airplanes in the same way the entity is repeatedly crossing path with demons in their vehicles. And that's Southwest Airlines. Flying in the same location over the building. License, this is Uber. License CB73599. CB73799 paper. 8XAU100. All right, so you saw on video yesterday where the entity is hovering via Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is south of where I'm standing. I'm standing at the bus stop. I'm on Hope Boulevard, and you're looking at Southwest Airlines, which is maintaining presence in front of me, migrating as I move south and north at this intersection. And that's why Southwest Airlines is flying in the same position where I captured images. UPS is hovering here, and that's stalking. And you are looking at the environment, and as they move, as I move. W29OVO, 8M68445. RAG 303 out of state, 8Y99371, 8PSZ702, 3MWL 626, and Southwest Airlines literally stalking as I moved, doing this while I was in Diamond Bar living in my car. 7ROR 769, 7BCU 855, 7WIK 895, the same red and blue planes. Flying about me, monitoring, crossing path, creating amplified audible activity while I was at Sylvan Glen Park, 79744F2, and the entity was stalking by plane and helicopter. 8WDG862, 4BPN 772, having nothing to do with an airport. Being in the city. 8MXZ662, I believe, flying right there over the mountains that surround those housing areas in that park, where I was subject to federal stalking by an entity in the bathroom. They would fly over the park as I was going to the restroom. Every time I would get out of my vehicle to walk to the restroom or go get water from the water fountain, in the same way that they're hovering over me now, they were hovering over Sylvan Glen, that entire neighborhood, which includes the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the Walnut, which the Walnut Police Station is the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. The entity engaging in this monitoring, well, you see Southwest Airlines, I'm going to prosecute them. They've been doing this for years. It has nothing to do with being in the city of Ontario. 7BAL 980, which again, I'm referencing the city of Ontario. Why? Because there's an Ontario airport, which is no form. The Ontario airport itself is a facilitating venue. That's why I captured the fake sun at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm capturing the fake sun at 11:30. 8GWL860 after coming from Pomona, where the entity followed with the fake sun yesterday, and that's not the case today. It's 8:31 a.m. All right, I did capture video at 8:32 a.m. showing you what is the stationary maintenance of the fake sun right where I'm standing at the bus stop for Route 83/87. And you are looking at what is Durham School District, Durham School. It's a school bus. And you're looking at substantial directed light. This is what the people of the state have been engaging in while they are stalking in the path, by the way. Durham is exemplifying it for you on video. They're also doing it under, this is the demonstration of demon possession, having nothing to do with what is also additional evidence. The fake sun is remaining stationary, cozy, right in between two buildings where that light source is able to maintain presence. This is where I'm showing you Southwest Airlines, which you hear the audible activity of. This is where UPS is hovering right here where the fake sun is. And this is also speaking to what is the maintenance of this light source. As I'm capturing on video yesterday en route to Pomona, you see the fake sun that is behind the bus remaining. And by behind the bus, I mean you see it while I'm sitting on the bus, and it's over my window, and it's necessarily moving in the same direction that the bus is moving in order to maintain that presence, which it does all the way en route to Pomona, remaining over me as I venture out into Pomona and then return to what is, get on the bus, Route 61, and take the exact same route that I took yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday at an earlier time, to the Fontana Lewis Library, where the fake sun was not already present, of course, maintaining that light source over me. You're looking at what is the maintenance of that light source right here over me at the bus stop in Ontario, and not in alignment with any bus that is going westbound on Hope Boulevard into the city of Pomona. All right, so that's what I'm documenting, and you're also looking at what is the direct demonstration of demon possession, that's terrorism and molestation by that demon that's driving that school bus, and that has nothing to do with while the fake sun is additional evidence of what is stalking by the people. This is employee number 2229, and this is bus number 2360, currently 8:35 a.m. And this is, what bus stop number is this? Do you know? I'm talking to the driver. Does she know? Excuse me, ma'am, do you know the bus stop number that we're at? Yeah. Like, you guys have bus stop, like, numbers. No, on the sign. Oh, I see it. It's 7911, in case you didn't know that. This is bus stop number 7911 for Route 83 and 87. This is the minion that was engaging in molestation, which I documented already. This is Route 83 that's going northbound of Euclid Avenue, and the fake sun is in alignment with me, stationary, sitting on this bus right now. And that is not on in alignment with Hope Boulevard, moving in the window of that bus on Hope Boulevard, which I am already in motion yesterday at this time. This is P.O.C. It's 8:36 a.m. All right, capturing video of the light source that is directly over the window of the bus that I'm on, sitting on the passenger side of the bus. I'm describing all those details, what I was doing yesterday at the same time on Route 61 that was going westbound on Hope Boulevard, entering into, at that time, in Montclair, where I'm capturing this video, and the bus, I'm sitting on the driver's side of the bus, going westbound, and the light source is on the driver's side, directly over me through the window as I'm capturing that footage. I am on Route 83 going northbound on Euclid Avenue on the passenger side of the bus. The fake sun is on the passenger side, maintaining presence directly over me, en route into the city of Upland, 7YOU 771. And as you saw, the demon possessed that are the people of the state, while the demon driving that Durham school bus is demonstrating that on behalf of the entity. They are all of that same condition: stalking, terrorizing, and molesting with what is engineered light, having nothing to do. The fake sun is additional evidence of the criminal system and the demon possession of this entity engaged in surveillance. Doing so under that and with regard to under those circumstances in that environment is speaking to stalking conduct on behalf of the state. And that stalking activity, that presence, that engagement in stalking on behalf of the government is no way limited to anyone's identification or what type of vehicle that they're driving. It is state surveillance. The entity is doing so, as you see, this demon driving a school bus, demons driving commercial vehicles such as Swift Knight, demons flying commercial airlines such as Southwest, UPS, doing so in the specific environment for that criminal purpose. Alrighty? It is 8:40 a.m. Security paving, license 5LTF211, license 8LO3316, UBICATE, 5KAP055, 8J, here, let's see that one, 5BBF276, 841 here. 6YXV381, 7UPA987, 8JIE745. And again, what I'm documenting with regard to the pattern of conduct, there's a big picture, and which I'm continuously painting that big picture for you. But by big picture, I'm referencing, do not forget where I was at in 2021, where I was not traveling to Pomona, Los Angeles County. I was not traveling to Fontana. I remained at Economy Inn in March of 2021, where the entity was rising and setting a fake sun. Frontier Communications, license plate 8X33963, and the entity kept its fake sun over 2301 South Euclid Avenue, and did so with, as I captured in the morning, I captured that in the afternoon. Fake sun was directly over my head, just like you saw while I'm in Fontana at Valencia, at Valencia and Sierra Avenue, right over the top of my head. That's what the entity was doing while I remained at Economy Inn, right above the room, right in central, perfect alignment with my room, remained there all day long, and then setting. By setting, I mean in perfect alignment, just like you saw while I'm inside of the Fontana Lewis Library, through the parking lot as I'm standing on the second floor, the entity keeping the fake sun visible through to me while I'm at the venue, standing outside of the door of my hotel room at Economy, and that's rising and setting a fake sun, 8JIE745. This is documented conduct, and that remains relevant to what I'm documenting in 2022. All right, March 2022, March 2021. The entity engaging in keeping a fake sun in the same way, but I'm in an entirely different location, and I'm remaining there for a prolonged period. License 8YPF379. That remains relevant while I capture the fake sun over the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department while they're stalking in Pomona at the cafe, where I'm showing you, first of all, engineered light and the fake sun that's over me while I'm in that Los Angeles County. It's currently 8:43 a.m. 1Y1, I believe. See that one? Let's see, 24908J1. That's MCOR Facilities. They're group stalking at 7-Eleven at 204 North Euclid Avenue. It's 8:44 a.m. 8CNB 604. This is a demon. It's an old white male and a Mustang 7WNW 524 touching with directed light. 7VCP 665 7PXH 941. And it's currently 8:48 a.m. Walmart crossing path. Walmart is a trailer that is on the truck being carried by CR England. That's a documentation that's record of what are two third parties. The entity uses particular logos, especially as I've specified a way in which you're going to document and prosecute a government. 7FHF 798, 8MZL 148, 7K 71431, 8JDZ 860.
Stop requested.
6PDR 996, 6ZNX 844, and it's currently 8:48 a.m. at Uptown and Country, third-party facilitating venue. P.O.C. 8:48 a.m. Alrighty, that is bus. As you can see in the image, the fake sun is right over me. The bus that I'm on, employee number 2229, is not only a demon engaging in state surveillance on behalf of in concert with the people and the state. This is license 1545837, bus 2360. And I've arrived at what is Uptown and Country. This is the bus stop on Euclid Avenue in Upland, California. This is P.O.C. It's 8:49 a.m. 7VCW 918. 8GHN007 21699E2 5XLM077 4XPZ042 SNDRITA 5EQG727 7MKG114 7FPF900 8:51 a.m. All right, capturing video of the fake sun at 8:52 a.m. And showing you what is that light source that's over me inside of the parking lot. You're looking at a demon that is, again, the ongoing specific knowledge that they have. First of all, it's an environment that's telling as to what is your condition. Those under the fake sun are of that specific condition. They're demon possessed. The demon possessed, that's relevant because the demon possessed are engaging in what is terrorism. Stalking around, touching, molesting, terrorizing, surrounding you with what is engineered light, directed light, while they are placing you under surveillance in violation of criminal law. This demon that you see approaching in a vehicle is monitoring with the minions that you see loitering, sitting around in their vehicles, and they are indeed loitering. They're loitering in a specific environment, present on behalf of a government that is engaging in criminal surveillance. You are present on behalf of that state. You are loitering a relevant position and posing a threat, engaging in what is criminal activity. And doing so even as you are wearing a tie, getting ready to go into Bank of America, a facilitating venue where you're present on behalf of the state. That's why the light sources at this time, which I'm using as another example, 8:52 a.m. is nowhere possibly the sun that I documented yesterday over me as I'm in the city of Pomona, documenting the Pomona Police Department, United States Postal Service, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, while that light source is hovering, remaining directly over my head, where I remain for hours, okay? And then I get back on the bus, I come back to Ontario. This is not coexisting with being directly over my head, and you're looking at the light activity while demons are intentionally moving around under that light source. And when do they come? They come as I begin recording. And this by they, I mean this minion that you see whose license plate I read, he drives through, parks in between the two third parties, which you see what is impossible light that coexists with that conduct. A stalker that knows where I am, creates activity. A demon that paces, drives in and out of that parking spot, directed light while doing so. Fake sun is over my head in what is a different city, Upland, California. This is identification of the pattern of conduct. It is 8:55 a.m. This is terrorism by a demon-possessed population that is engaging in what is monitoring with communication devices in violation of Title 18. Demons don't have an age. You're talking about what is a condition that you cannot physically perceive, but you are able to see it and know it and recognize it and prosecute it by the environment that it's in, regardless of your age, regardless of what handicap, your physical handicap, your advanced age, or even your young age has nothing to do with your condition, by the way, and it is in no way any defense to being prosecuted. It's entirely, it's the ability actually to prosecute what is evil and twisted, wicked, and it is also criminal. All right, it doesn't belong in church. It belongs in court. That's exactly where it belongs. And it's criminal conduct by a people that are engaging in what is surveillance. A specific people are in this environment, a specific environment, a scientifically impossible environment, while they are placing you under surveillance. 6KUR 685. 8XVP 883. 86332. The little letters on it, DLR 86332. 7MPG 974, 6UED 519, and it's 8:56 a.m. Seven EOR 131, 8XVP 883, 6KUR 685, OHDONA. All right, you have more demons that pull into Uptown and Country, engaging in stalking in the parking lot. And at nightfall, this appears as demons sitting in the parking lot with their headlights on. These are demons that are actually manifesting light. It's directed light that these demons are expelling while they're sitting in a vehicle with headlights on. The directed light is separate from what is headlights. They're stalking in the path during the day right now. What is occurring? A fake sun is remaining over my head. This is how they're maintaining light, and they are indeed stalking with light still. License 4ZJM502 is one of those demons. 8GSN962 crossing path, another demon. 719N93 Nevada. Pacing 5XUU067. Meaning, and by pacing, that demon that I recite their license plate, they do so crossing path and going in the opposite direction, crossing path with me. Those are demons that are pacing together. 4YBG129. Pacing, where I'm showing you on video, you see the demon, he pulls in the parking spot, then he backs out. That's pacing. You can do that. Demons do that collectively all together. That's what traffic is. You're looking at demons that are pacing, going in both directions all around. You can do that collectively as a group. One demon going in one direction, the other demon going the other opposite direction. They are pacing in engineered light. 68TV232, 8GSG717, 3XMA961, 33674W2, 1UBA018, 6G46892, 8SAA080, 7VAK342. 8UQD689, 6HOD711, 8XOG318. Seven WMK048, 6G46892, in case I didn't read that one, 1UBA018. 6ATV232, I think I read that one. 7NBS826, 7HRN126. Zero 877J3. Eight VXG146, AW64B35 paper. 8PDD872. 8RGM671, 8SGD233, BLUEDEV. 7EYB716. D.O.C. Heart TNK. That's a demon with directed light. License plate 7G65892, 7LNY608, 8NUG304. Demons. Stalking in the path with light. License AS479, that's handicap. This is a demon driving a Porsche SUV, stalking at the driveway of the Uptown and Country, directed light coexisting with their crossing and path conduct. 8ZTG729, 8LAG504, 7DXK124, 6G46892, and I read those demons' license plate. They are crossing paths as they come out of the driveway. DJK6, and it is. That's all. It only had 4 characters on the license plate. It's 9:06 a.m. Capturing more video for you. 8YJZ442, 8XAP688, 8CVS691, 7RQC344, 7DNR996, 7NVT534, 7BKG687, 8SKG928, 6RXK141. Demons, license 8FRG183. And these demons are criminals. These demons are going to be prosecuted. I'm speaking to, there is no exception with regard to what's going to be a uniform prosecution for the people of the state, at whatever state that is. The state of California is monitoring. The state of California is doing it through the people of the state. And no person in the state is going to avoid that prosecution. All right, where you are establishing the prima facie case. 8WWC248. So you're talking about what is a policy 9AAC973, what is speaking to the government system and what is necessary as a matter of justice based on what the criminal system is that is conjured up by the government itself. It's out of the pit of hell, but this is the government that's engaging in it, and every single last person in the state, whatever your address is, wherever you are located, because this is what the government is engaging in with the people. License 8W65770, 8VL1534, 8FHX028, 8NPR319, 8GOY270. It's 9:07 a.m. 7M14380. Alrighty, license plate of these demons. 8HGA877, directed light all over the venue of Bank of America at 40 Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California. I just captured video of the fake sun right over me, over this Bank of America inside of Uptown and Country. And I'm reminding, about the fake sun that UPS is flying right next to at this time yesterday while I'm in Pomona, 7LXG608. While I'm that fake sun is right over me in that parking lot in Pomona, while the demon-possessed agency, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, are crossing path repeatedly in multiple vehicles in that engineered light, which you see all over the ground. This is the fake sun the next day, 24 hours later, directly over me while I am standing in front of what is the Bank of America, a demon that's stalking in the path, sitting in their vehicle. That's the surveillance conduct by the demon-possessed. 6 U.S.C. 863, 7T BP 615, and that appears at nightfall, demons sitting around in their vehicles with their headlights on, but it's actually a demon that is manifesting light with headlights on a vehicle. 8ECW932 that are on, facing you. Their lights, while I'm, for example, on a bus, you're not touching me with your headlights. Those are demons that are molesting with directed light. Demons hiding behind what is supposed to be the form, but that's not even persuasive form when you are across a roadway and I'm being touched while I'm sitting on a bus with light that's supposed to be your headlights. No, that's a demon. That's a sex offender. 5YKK563, 5JRY818, 1015283, 8ZQB683, 5HNN309, 7XAK758, 6KDP144, 6GYF747, 6GTR491, 8ZTB870. And all of them are demons crossing path. Every single last one of them, not only because they are engaging in what is the conduct of the demon-possessed, lines of directed light coming backwards toward me. Remember yesterday at the Pomona Regional Transit Center, while that African-American, that black-faced demon who was targeting another African-American, myself, with law enforcement, the Pomona Police Department, 8RQB 804, and you're looking at the directed light that's coming forward toward me off of that bus of Foothill Transit. Impossible light. While they're driving by me, these demons focuses me. Their directed light is aiming backwards toward me. All right, and they are all under the fake sun. That is not over the Pomona Regional Transit Center. 8NOG362. It is an impossible possibility, while it is also maintaining central presence over my head while I'm documenting it, while I'm documenting that occurrence at the Pomona Regional Transit Center, not just there en route to that destination where I remain for hours. That is not going to be over the parking lot inside of the Uptown and Country. That's not going to be over the Bank of America. None of this driving underneath what's supposed to be the sun results in this directed light conduct. They're demons. They're stalking. License 39901F3, 8KWY101, 5LZG 599, 6BIE 455, 8PRN 376, 6NYZ 132. License 6JFP 165 4T96642. Eight RQF 532, 8T 75987, 8W42 939, 7WBC 200, 8LWW 896. 8UPE004, 8NKB115, 7WOS 357, 8JPN131, 14966642. In case I didn't read that one already. GBGYRL, a demon. License 7YZO 427, 8YEG 966. U-Haul crossing path with the same exact directed light. BN 677 handicap. 6FOP 042. EV24, I believe, handicap. 8GHX 789, 81587F3. 6XVB 549, 7PPB 348, 7G41151, 77362J2, 8W42939. It's 9:15 a.m. 7MQM 782. 7VYV 768. 6ZYA 746. It's 9:15. 7WWS 411. Pepsi's crossing path. Going what is westbound on Foothill. That's where they're group stalking at the traffic light right now. 7MLS 886, 7FFR 932. Six PXP 625, 7MVS 884, 8YR. Well, I can't really see that one. I read that one already. 8M. I can't really see that one. Enterprise crossing path. 7HCJ 509, 8N08901, 8KMD 859, L186RO, 6PKX 224, 8LQT 841, 8RO2366, 7GDD 918. Oops. It's 9:17 a.m. Group stalking at U.S. Bank at on Foothill and Euclid Avenue in Upland, California. 7MPB076. MCore Facilities Services. I'll get their license plate in a second. 8CTH400. Let's see. MARODOR. 24908J1. That's MCore Facilities Services. License. These third parties in the parking lot of the U.S. Bank. Take 5ZDK 801. Let's see, 7BFJ845. Um, 8BRF738. Cannot see back here. Whoa. 8Z65324. Eight TSC 521, CB24K26 paper, WEVS JEV, 8W42939, 50769J2, 5PLM243. Kids, I didn't read that one right. MCOR sitting in there, group stalking in their van. This is 8WSJ994. This demon immediately crosses path as I focus my vision to the license plates in this parking lot. That is a demon that is present right under the fake sun, but I'm letting you know what is the very close hovering stalking conduct by the demon-possessed population that are placing you under surveillance, and their condition is relevant to that. That's the ability to do so. They're not walking around with devices and mechanisms and somehow able to read where you're, no. These are demons. You're dealing with Satan, and that is, again, license 8WSJ994, and this old bag of bones, this little bony, she looks like a crackhead, and she's old as dirt, and she has a spirit of death on her. You're talking about what is stalking in the path, immediately crossing path as I look in this direction of this parking lot and begin reading license plates. And I also showed you what you can see is that demon possession. The fake sun is directly over her while she is stalking in the path in front of me. 7 in Upland, California, which is impossible to coexist while I remain in Pomona yesterday in Los Angeles County. 7 MPK611, 8BGS465, 7KYW422, 7FFR932. Comes over here and parks in the parking lot. I read that demon's license plate while I'm on Foothill Boulevard, and she's molesting with light. License 5LDD745, where she's molesting with light as she drives by, and she's in this parking lot back here behind the bank. And let me show you what's directed light under here. It's 9:22 a.m. 8TLT967. I think I read those. 8LLN544. Let's get this demon license. 49063V2. Directed light fanning across the brick wall and touching. This is a big white man driving a Ford F-150 and just spanning directed light. That's a demon, okay? Coming through and driving through, directed light all over the building while they're also listening to me document. It's currently 9:22 a.m. All right, you're looking at what is directed light that's in the shade in front of this demon with license 49063V2. You're looking at what's the fake sun directly over me while this demon is crossing path, facilitating criminal conduct while this demon with license 8W42939 is engaged in surveillance, sitting in the car under the same fake sun, monitoring while that demon whose license plate and images I just gave you close-ups of, that's a sex offender. I'm going to prosecute him. It's also a demon engaging in terrorism, driving through, making a U-turn, fanning directed light all across the brick walls and on the asphalt. And as he parks, you're looking at, I took a picture of what is the light that's manifesting in the shade in front of his car. That's a demon. All right, and intentionally crossing path throughout here while they're parked in their vehicles, all in this back parking lot. They're stalking. This is surveillance while I'm walking around in the sidewalks. This is maintenance of presence in the path, group stalking. What I am doing is I'm walking through all of these little crevices where these demons are engaging in presence in the path, group stalking, and I'm reading their license plates. All right, but while I'm walking around in the sidewalks and through the parking lots, you're talking about what is maintaining presence for purposes of group stalking. It is 9:24 a.m. This is Family Acupuncture Clinic. They're demons that are monitoring. This is an office where the pattern of conduct is underway. That's why these demons are engaged in surveillance in the parking lot. That's why demons are fanning out and molesting, terrorizing, harassing with directed light. That's why the fake sun is not over Pomona. It's directly over me in Upland. Brian T. Weaver, DC, Anthony J. Radovic. Oh yeah, they're minions. Directed light all over their office right now. The Euclid Chiropractic Clinic. and it's 9:24 a.m. And you have demons that just repeat the same thing. This demon crosses path, directed light going backwards across the door while I'm reading the names of those third parties who I'm documenting their office. And she engages in this as she enters the parking lot. It's currently 9:20. No, just my name? Yeah. Why? Oh, you're just curious about what my name is, and you've got minions sitting in the parking lot. This is a minion who's monitoring. This is the demon who I already showed you. She's in her car. He's not asking her what her name is. She's monitoring with him. He's coming out of the office, and you're looking at the minion. Already got her license plate. Already got her on video at 9:25 a.m. Okay, bye. They're monitoring together and asking me what's my name. He's curious about my name. This is a method of what is harassment. It's audible activity, and he's monitoring me. Not curious about everybody else that's group stalking in that parking lot. Okay, so let me get this demon who I got on video. She's going into what is the venue of the hair parlor, who I also documented as well. And the barber shop where they're monitoring. 80 East Foothill, 76 East Foothill is the dental office, and that demon that's engaging in surveillance is the hair parlor at 80 East Foothill Boulevard. And it's currently 9:28 a.m. I got the video of that fake sun, and these demons that are patrolling in and out of that little parking lot. Activity grows wherever it is that I go. Okay, it follows 8 MKG 285, 49063V2, 8 BOJ 217. 6CXF 047 25332E3. What this minion is doing while he's coming out of that office is speaking to, oh, what's your name? This is not a friendly inquiry. This is speaking to what is harassment. And you're talking about what is focusing on me when he has a parking lot full of minions who are sitting around in his parking lot. I'm documenting them. And you're talking about, first of all, what is his focus is on me. This is always the case. And second of all, it's the P.O.C. The fake sun is over me. Directed light is all over this venue. But I want to point out to you, this is a minion that knows that I'm documenting, knows where I'm at. And these minions are also hostile while I'm capturing video and images of them patrolling in that parking lot. And he's not out there asking them their names. What's your name? He's not out there asking them while they're loitering around his parking lot, engaging in criminal activity. All right, demonic activity. 8 TLC 797. I just want to point that out to you. You can say whatever you want. I'll get your up-close images. I'm going to prosecute the people that state they are demented psychopaths, the demon-possessed, engaging in what is fixing their face and fixing their lips as well, as I've documented, while they're engaging in this system. There is no facial expression that you are in any way avoiding with regard to what is the environment that you are intentionally present in, which is a scientific impossibility. There are a bunch of demons. You're dealing with Satan. 16267L2, 7UZA205, 5LBT260, 8 BBFs 478. This is McDonald's facilitating venue. Minions patrolling out into the driveway under the fake sun. License. Let me see. It's currently 9:30 a.m. Did I read it already? Yes, I did. This demon with Nevada fanning out directed light while they're in the parking lot. License 938L61. License 8AKM446, 5TZK540, 434UP, handicap. 8PCZ151, 7AVD368, touching. 852KM, handicap. 07767T2, 7TLV856, 6SPD253, 8SHX564, 7MFG272, 9ACC657, 8LQT841, 8HHR943, 7PEV238, 7BFJ478, 00652X2, 8XYA339. In this video that I'm capturing of the federal group stalking and monitoring inside of this parking lot, this adjacent parking lot, McDonald's is over here adjacent to that. They're monitoring as well, but I want to go back. The video that I'm capturing at 9:25, 9:26 a.m. Not only is that impossible with regard to what is the placement of that light source that's not possibly the sun over me in Pomona in Los Angeles County at that time as I captured it, it's also with regard to what I documented on March 13th, well, on an ongoing basis, but specifically I'm using that time on March 13th where I'm showing you the minions, Officer Michter of the Ontario Police Department at the Holt Boulevard car wash, directly over my head at 9:25 in the morning in Ontario on Holt Boulevard. License 26305P2, 7AVD368, 7KSE475. In addition to my going to Pomona yesterday and at that time capturing video, this is speaking to what is an ongoing pattern of conduct, and the demon possessed are monitoring your documentation. You're talking about what is an entire psychopath, everything that you're hearing him saying. Oh, what's your name? You are stalking. You know exactly who I am. 19049N2. That's McCarthy. That is the conduct, that is the audible activity of a delusional psychopath. And that's exactly how they want to act like, that's exactly how they're going to be prosecuted too. You're a delusional psychopath. 6Y09790. Already unstable, already a threat, all right? Already a danger while you are of this condition and you're engaging in this pattern of conduct. Let me be clear. But moreover, as I document the audible activity, the outward conduct, while you are documenting engaging in this P.O.C, this is nothing new. This is going to be established precedent. And the demon-possessed, there's no mystery there. They're sex offenders. They're stalkers. They're engaging in interstate stalking. And then you're also going to prosecute, and it remains directly relevant the way that they conduct themselves when you're documenting them. All right. I'm not talking about you got to lay out and say, oh, you got me. Okay. I'm not talking. You're talking about the conduct that the demon-possessed engaged in. They're speaking to what is a denial. Okay, you have an issue. You have a serious issue while you're engaged in that level of stalking, and then outwardly trying to conduct yourself as though you're entirely perplexed. That's a threat. That's a threat by a very delusional psychopath. 852KM handicap. That is intent. 26350P2. That is intent on engaging in that criminal conduct while they are looking as though they're perplexed while you document them. All right, which is in no way, it's irrelevant to what is the environment that they're surrounded by. So it's a prosecution nonetheless. What I'm going to include in that prosecution is the conduct of this entity. That is speaking to what is Satan that you're encountering. That is speaking to what is necessary legislation when you are aware of what is that level of malice by psychopaths who are super thirsty criminals. 8PCZ151, a perpetual sex offender, that is McDonald's molesting me. All right, monitoring with that demon on the grounds, engaging in criminal activity with McDonald's at 100 East Foothill Boulevard. Okay, it's 9:34 a.m. The entity engaging in this conduct while they are then engaging in this directed light. You see the demon driving the school bus. You see the fake sun that's over me while I'm inside of the uptown country, and the light source is remaining over me in Pomona, California yesterday. All right, this is impossible. While your directed light conduct is impossible. 8RFB503, excuse me, 8RFB503, 8UGL223, 6PMH865, demons. And then you'll have what is the entity engaging in the conduct that I document while they are then harassing, coming out, talking about, oh, what's your name? While the fake sun is directly over, let me be clear, that is speaking to the ongoing knowledge and your condition and the criminal system that you're subject to. Stalking is done by those who know who you are, where you are, and what it is that you are, whatever it is that you're doing with regard to the demon possessed as well. They know exactly you're dealing with the demon possessed. So this is the audible activity of what is an entirely malicious and unstable criminal. Okay, so I just want to point that out, and that's what's so entertaining. It's entertaining, but at the same time, with regard to the ordinary target individual and the creation of uniform policy, that is disturbing. All right, it's disturbing. It's that which is speaking to a threat, an unlawful threat, while you're also monitoring documentation. 5TZK540. It's 9:35 a.m. All right, demon 7TQE940 04276K3 6YCW650 6ZNV243, all of them molesting and engaging in stalking. They're pacing around under the fake sun at which is today, not in Pomona, because that's not, you're talking about what is supposed to be the sun, so there's only one sun, but the light source is remaining exclusively over me, over the McDonald's at 100 East Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California. 7VLK450, and that's what I just captured on video. And you're also looking at what is the demonstration of demon possession. While they are driving around in this engineered light, they are engaging in that sexual violence by the demon possessed, touching and surrounding with directed light. And excuse me, I'm about to say venue. The demon that you see hiding behind dark windows, 8ZLF055, is a demon that touches with directed light while they drive off. They're only present to engage in stalking me. All right, I'm capturing video, so they're stalking in relevant positions, stopping in the parking lot. The fake sun is hovering over the edge of the McDonald's. Okay, this is 100 East Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California. Yesterday at 9:35 a.m., I am not only present in Pomona, I'm also reminding you about my presence the day prior to that, which is in in Fontana, California at ARCO. Okay, at 8898 Sierra Avenue. While it's over me, in the same way that you see it over me in right now, and also in Pomona, California, this is speaking to what is stalking with light. This is speaking to the demon possession of the people who are engaging in what is entirely demented, including their children. That's what that minion is doing in that parking lot. And then while the other minion who's monitoring with her comes outside and says, hey, what's your name? When you are stalking, directed light is moving across your property and the fake sun is over your property. All right, this is demon possession. They know exactly who you are while they are placing you under surveillance. It's the audible activity of a psychopath who is also hostile. All right, you're not judging that and ascertaining that hostility based on their tone of voice. All right, or even a smile on their face. That hostility is deduced from the environment. All right, first of all, you're subject to a pattern of conduct that's a threat to your life. And also the documented pattern of conduct of obstruction of justice by this entity. So anyway, it's 9:40 a.m. This is the fake sun at McDonald's. The same McDonald's where I showed you directed light inside of the venue. That's what they're doing outside. So that's already established. It's currently 9:40 a.m. and this ongoing terrorism is underway inside of the McDonald's. This is, again, that McDonald's that you saw while the directed light is on the ceiling, flashing all about. These are demons that work at McDonald's. These are demons that are in here buying food. They're stalking. They're stalking on behalf of the state, and that's state surveillance inside of this McDonald's, and the perpetual sex offender inside of this McDonald's. It's 9:41 a.m. This is P.O.C. Alrighty, so license 434UP. It says Vietnam. This is a demon engaging in what is state surveillance here while holding a license plate on their vehicle, talking about Vietnam veteran. Let me show you this. Again, that's license 434UP. That's a handicap license plate. This is speaking to what is demon possession, and this is terrorism. Not only is McDonald's engaging in, while I'm documenting these demons that are on the grounds of McDonald's, a business, and the pattern of conduct is underway, this is terrorism and state surveillance at McDonald's. That's the point of the title of facilitating venue. 12088A3, 8JMJ416. BN76, I can't really see that, it's paper, 6HCA867, 8TYH608, every single last one of them, which I've already shown you what is the impossible light activity inside of the McDonald's. Those are demons, and these are demons in the parking lot who are crossing paths, stalking. That's why you are here engaging in this exhibit of demon possession while you know exactly where I'm at and you know what my name is, okay? That's a psychopath creating that audible activity while this ongoing conduct is underway. This is documentation of what is, I'm going to prosecute McDonald's. Understand that. That's the people of the state. While demons are on the grounds of McDonald's, criminally monitoring with McDonald's. 6GRM264. This is McDonald's at 100 East Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California, where the fake sun is I'm documenting an impossibility over me, hovering over that building, while I'm yesterday at the same time remaining in Pomona, California. LNB 105. And again, remaining in Pomona, California, and then getting on public transportation and coming back to what is going through the city of Ontario, not coming through this route of what is Upland under any circumstances whatsoever. 12088A3, and I'm referencing what is the entity, the path that the entity is taking with the fake sun over me on that bus. That is remaining on a specific street after street and turn after turn. Okay, it's 9:44 a.m. And that is what is already published with regard to documenting the people of the state at this venue and the ongoing conduct which is attributed to the venue. The demons that are engaging in molestation and stalking in bathrooms and the ongoing demonic activity inside of that private space, that's attributed to McDonald's. It's a facilitating venue. And that goes for any documentation by an ordinary targeted individual. Let me make sure I get this demon's license plate. License 6XTE366. All right, and these demons act as they are cockroaches. Well, they're the cockroaches of humanity, but they act like cockroaches. As I take a picture, you'll have a line of them come one after another driving into the entrance area. They're repeatedly crossing path, and that's, you're hearing me state that. I'll take a picture and then I'm reading license plate after license plate after license plate because they're crossing path, and they're doing so based on my use of my phone. These are the demon possessed that are engaging in monitoring you. Okay, and they are doing so based on what you're doing, and that's what's so entirely pathetic about it, because you want to carry on the outward appearance as though you're normal, going about your business, and you're not. You're stalking 8MKG285, and everything that you're doing at the moment that you're doing it is about what I am doing. That is entirely creepy as well. All right, and then you've got the whole light activity conduct. 8RNF623, 7BXB937. 8SLV192. Seven ZGJ458. 49179G3 crossing path again. License 6CXF047. I think I read that one already. See, license 17207U2, 8FRG183, 7NVU967, 6YPA725. And they're the same entity molesting and terrorizing surrounding inside of the parking lot of McDonald's, moving directed light all across the heights of that building. That's not sunlight. Those are demons. The same demon that you see driving a school bus, moving that light across the tops of the buildings. 8WSJ994. It's the same demon possession. It's the same demonic entity, the same demonic conduct, which is criminal. It's serving to also monitor with communication devices. 7KRM235, and that's criminalizing what is terrorist conduct by the demon possessed population. 8GNR529, license 8L, I can't really see that one. 4LKW101, 7POL070, 8MUH 872, I believe. We can't really see that one. License 8UYD960. (8RKD175) 19407W2 8RDJ850. Burtec, license 70817B2. 5YCT, I can't see the rest of the one. 8XIF219, 8NRY389, 7UXM335, 6TSA668, 8TPW576. V224LL, 8PPW354, 6CBN200, POKYBUG, FedEx 38546B3, 8EBZ374, P1108299, I believe. That's McLean. T480618 is the back license plate on that McLean truck. 7ZUS637, 8RNH353, 8HQT438, 6RXY985, that white girl's a demon, 11375R2, 7FFL307. This is a demon, build up a traffic into the driveway where I'm standing. 7HJM754, BN616 handicap, 5MKS995, 4FNKIDZ. 8PIN008, RFX4777, Texas, 9ADJ713. All of them demons, demonstrating it as they're driving by me, stalking, all right, with directed light, lines of directed light on the asphalt. Demons that are building up activity around me as I'm standing on the sidewalk. Everybody wants to go into the driveway, and over here where the parking lot for the dentist office and the barbershop and the hair parlor. You're talking about what is the buildup of traffic. This is crossing path conduct, and concentrating on wherever it is that I am. And you're talking about what is also identifying the demons who are stalking. Well, the fake sun is right over me. 2013683 while I'm standing on Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California, and the fake sun is remaining over me in Pomona, California. It's 9:50 a.m. 8YCJ448. License 6UK554. 860T82, Nevada, 1549565, San Bernardino County, demon pacing again, 1576988. You see them on video, and you see you're listening to them now. They're repeatedly cross the path. 8RSM 360, I believe. And that is a show of hostility by the state acting directly by the fire department, the demons of that fire department. 8HJL139. This is the demon who you see with the saggy skin, 6UEJ956, while she crosses path entering the parking lot stalking. The entity is keeping the fake sun over me in that back parking lot, and directed light is going backwards behind her car, touching on the door where this minion comes out asking me my name, while directed light is moving across his door. Okay, that's what was going on. That's the demon that I documented. License 8BRC350, 23120J2. And the San Bernardino County Fire Department are also monitoring my documentation of their demon possession, of their criminal conduct while they're pacing around me. 7TZK048, 40967E2, BF86S92, 986, I can't really see that one. while they are literally providing what is a neon sign telling the world that the San Bernardino County Fire Department, 7GXA885, they're all infected with demon possession. 7MHR803. All right, you are deducing that from their criminal activity because it's occurring, and it's criminal. It's occurring in the specific environment, it's facilitation they're monitoring, and their demons that are monitoring. 72447P1, they're also engaging in the federal crime of what is monitoring documentation while you're engaging in that P.O.C. And that is speaking to what is documenting the entity. License 6JAU249, documenting the entity as it acts directly. In other words, the San Bernardino County Fire Department, a bunch of demons that are in more than one vehicle, they're group stalking, and that is a method of identifying a particular actor. And analogously, identifying this demon with this license plate is analogous to identifying the San Bernardino County Fire Department. 7EIN635 is analogous to identifying the San Bernardino County Fire Department. Demons identified by what is an agency who are engaging in group stalking. All right, and that's based on the malicious system that the entity is utilizing. 8UXV631FZ031 handicap. License 8AQJ896. And as you see in video, moments later, as you're listening to me resume podcast, and I captured video at what is 9:50 a.m. and I'm referencing my video that I captured in Pomona, California, where I'm nowhere near any Foothill Boulevard in Upland, okay? 6YMH981. This is a demon that is stalking, meeting me at the intersection, stalking in the path with light activity. This four-eyed minion going into the U.S. Bank, a facilitating venue. 6YMH981. License plate 4ANE548, a demon, directed light onto the tree outside of the U.S. Bank, located at 200 East Foothill Boulevard, because that's documentation of that facilitating venue. Their minions monitoring as well. That's why the fake sun is over me outside of outside of the building. 6ZAB512. And as I captured this video at 9:50, you're remembering where I'm at in Pomona, and it's impossible. 8VNK519, 7FYC266, in the same way that the directed light conduct is impossible. They're demons. 8ZNF653. 4UNJ638, R177CO. This is a commercial actor, license 3BH688, that's Oklahoma. Ahern Rentals, US.198130. 7710LX is the back license plate. They are not distinct. They are the same entity engaging in molestation and terrorism with directed light demons using a commercial vehicle to engage in interstate stalking. All right, it's currently 9:56 a.m. They are the same demon possession of the San Bernardino County Fire Department, stalking and terrorizing, pacing around, being psychopath level stalking, engaging in psychopath level stalking activity. 5 RWK 926 while their secret is out and exposed. All right, that you are demons is no longer concealed, and it's no longer a mystery, and it's ascertainable knowledge by anyone that is now aware of the environment. All right, so the environment that you're around, it's speaking to the condition of those who surround you and the criminal conduct that they're engaging in. It's 9:57 a.m. This is SENSATIONAL crossing path again, 8WOC023, 7UQH284, 8NCC375, SENSATIONAL that's pacing around. This is license plate 51767B1, driven by a Caucasian male, and terrorizing with directed light while SENSATIONAL is pacing around for more than one time today. 7ZSK521. That's relevant to what is stalking. You're stalking somebody, and you're repeatedly doing it, and you're using a commercial brand on top of that to do that. 8XSC709. That's relevant to the prosecution of that company. 5DEC460, 07834H2, 6ZZA005, 8B28733, 8LWM594, 8TGJ260, 6ZAA349, 78EL386, 8THJ672, 8PUZ900. All of them are demons. Every single last one of them. And they are engaging in criminal surveillance, and they'll be prosecuted on both levels. 7GMM324. Texas, LBY 3356, 41604G2, BF50X49 paper, 8TAP020 crossing path again, a demon and repeatedly touching. License plate 7SBE667, CVE3157, Arizona, 8CMG556, 5W26777. BP98C63 paper, XOM6, I can't see the rest of them. 8FZT246, 93341G3. BA548 handicap, 7872315. 4ZJT064, all of them molesting together, 6Z01855. They're stalking in the path while an ongoing molestation while demons are driving right next to me on the street. All right, but demons also engage in direct light reaching from the opposite side of the street, but they're a part of it. 4ZJT064 is a sex offender molesting with the minions that are driving by on this side of the street. D952D1. (8TBE881) 5FQM514 7UEB957 GGIL82 8JSD617 sex offending demon possessed stalkers 8LEG583 and 7RON718. License plates 8HFD982 8JSY857 7RNY126 7SNN510 5ZNC626 8XUY445 UAZ6001. I can't see that one. BUD208 and it's 10 a.m. 8TUM541 8RZD270. I am on what is Route 66, bus number 1364, and it's currently 10:04 a.m. and this bus is going eastbound on Foothill Boulevard, and the fake sun is going in that route. I remain in Pomona, California yesterday, and in no way am I. This is driven by an African American female. It's employee number 3233. The light source is, again, you see it stationary over me while I'm standing in between the U.S. Bank at 20 West Foothill Boulevard, and also my mask, and also while she's monitoring. That's employee 3233. You see me remaining at the Euclid chiropractic office in between there and the U.S. Bank, and the light source is remaining directly over me. And now I'm on the bus going, as you saw, as I was going northbound on the bus, sitting on the passenger side of the bus, and this is in conflict with being over me while I'm on Route 61 going to Pomona, remaining in Pomona, walking all about in Pomona. The fake sun is over me as I captured a video at 10 o'clock at 20 West Foothill Boulevard. It's over me while I'm at what is state facilitating venue, 400 Civic Center Plaza. That is the Pomona Courthouse, Los Angeles Superior Court. That is while I'm standing and facing what is the Pomona City Hall. This is the fake sun that remained over me, by the way, upon my arrival, where I remain right now, and the state is keeping a fake sun over me through the window of the bus that is driving eastbound on Foothill Boulevard in the city of Upland. It is currently 10:06 a.m. and this is indeed the P.O.C. And you have, what is this employee again, 3233, I believe, that is speaking to my mask while she is monitoring in violation of federal law. Okay, and let me be clear with regard to this whole mask bit. This is referencing what the government is telling you about conditions and the whole necessity for masks in the first place. But like I said, I'll leave that. I'll digress from there. It's currently 10:06 a.m. Excuse me. Sorry. Alrighty, 10:07 a.m. This is bus number 1364.
Stop requested. If possible, please use rear doors.
Si posible, favor usar la puerta trasera.
Memorial Park.
Bus number 5975 at what is, let's see, the address Red Hill Plaza at 1386 to 1490 Red Hill Plaza. This is where the fake sun is over. And while this minion opens and closes, again, this is concerted conduct. The demons are requesting stops, which is the form for activity creation. Directed light through the doors of the bus. And while they are opening and closing, and a demon is crossing paths, getting on or off the bus. This is P.O.C. and the fake sun remains over me. Okay, it is 10:08 a.m. Alrighty, 10:10 a.m. What you see at the end of the video and what I'm showing you in still images, you're looking at what is a demon that's maintaining activity while he's standing in engineered light. The entity is aiming directed light onto the bus, which you see in this square shape. You can see the fake sun, which is directly over the bus, while I am pointing out that impossibility. I remained in Pomona yesterday, and I'm showing you what is the fake sun that's over me, and you have what is the fake sun that's directly over me while I'm in the city of Upland, going eastbound on Foothill Boulevard on what is a different route, Route 66. This minion is intentionally engaging in activity creation, asking questions to employee 3233 is audible activity, while they are both standing in what is engineered light. And he stands there engaging in reaching in his pockets. Guess what that's creates? Light activity. He's moving around in it, and you can see it. I'm capturing what is the pattern of conduct that's underway, doing so in concert with Omnitrans, which is the company engaged in state surveillance. And these are demons doing that. You're witnessing demonic activity. And I just want to give you, that's what you're looking at in video, and I continue to capture images after I capture that video. That is the P.O.C, and I'm breaking that down, the demonic conduct that they're engaging in together. They engage in requesting stops based on what I'm doing. They're getting off and on in engineered light. The fake sun is remaining over the bus. It is P.O.C. It is currently 10:11 a.m. going into the city of Rancho Cucamonga, and the fake sun remains over the bus. It's going eastbound on Foothill Boulevard. AMR crossing path on Foothill Boulevard. This is at 10:12 a.m.
Highland Street. Stop requested.
Say that again? No, say it the way you just said it. Say the way you just said it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. That's harassment by an entity that's engaging in surveillance. All right, and it's hostile because I'm going to document your criminal activity. So you want to yell out your name too? Who you cussing at, Satan? Who you cussing at? That's P.O.C. This is attributed to Omnitrans, who's facilitating this criminal conduct on its venue. That's employee number 3233. It's license S.I.I.S 111. That's the African American male talking. We don't want to be on no effing camera like I care while you're engaging in surveillance. What you want doesn't matter, Satan. How about that? License. That's harassment by an entity. Let's see. I can't see. That's a New York license plate. 8TDR 389 8SQN 14J. Hello. Am I in your way? I'm fine. He's the one. You hear him cussing at me? Yeah. Okay. I handled it. Oh no, I'm fine. I handled it.
If possible, please use rear doors.
I'm perfectly calm while I'm handling my business. I'm perfectly calm. He needs to calm himself down because you're not going to avoid it. How about that? Who told me to sit down? These are a bus full of minions under the fake sun and direct evidence of it, and I'll prosecute every single last one of them. They're also on surveillance cameras. By the way, I'm also going to get you on surveillance cameras. You're on those cameras as well. It is 10:16 a.m.
Malachi Street.
We are in our Rancho Cucamonga, and it is 10:16 a.m. And this is exactly why you are going to restrain Satan with necessary legislation. Understand that's the government engaging in swearing at you and exhibiting that hostility while you're surrounding it with direct evidence of its criminal system. All right, you're going to bind that beast. You're going to bind it with legislation. It's 10:17 a.m. So do not be mistaken. You're hearing there's one minion that is speaking, but this is a minion that's speaking on behalf of the public entity and speaking on behalf as the people of the state. Understand that. Okay? They're all of the same condition, monitoring together. License 7 U.S.C. 179. And it's 10:17 a.m. License 7EXE850. We are at what is Foothill and Archibald. 7, I can't really see that one.
Route 66. Montana and Roland.
Federal law requires masks on board.
And you're remembering, again, not only is it the fact that I'm in Pomona, I am going eastbound into Rancho Cucamonga. At this time, I remain in Pomona yesterday. While you're listening to an entity that is hostile as I'm documenting it, engaging in harassment, adding on to federal charges. That's all that they're doing. You're not avoiding anything. And I'm also going to use the surveillance cameras, which is supplemental documentation. While a hostile demon, that's the P.O.C, hostile demons. You are dealing with Satan, all right? And their entire system is being broken down, and I will prosecute you with your hostility and the audible activity with which you are monitoring and threatening. That's what the ordinary target individual is subject to. Zero tolerance for that under federal law. Understand, you can apply, fix that, or replace that third party with any other state actor engaging in what is waging false allegations because they're hostile, because they're harassing, engaging in all manner of harassment, and engaging in what is criminal summoning. This is what the entity does. That's the P.O.C. All right. While they know that you're documenting, they're monitoring. Okay, psychopath, 8XSB474. While you are monitoring and you don't want to be documented, you don't want to be on camera, you are monitoring with communication devices. This is what I mean. Woo! Psychopaths. It's a long time coming. All right, Satan cannot handle the dosage. Can't handle it. It is 10:20 a.m. AMR group stalking at Haven and Foothill Boulevard at 10:21 a.m. Capturing still images of that so you can see it. This is what I'm documenting on podcast, but just so you can see it, they're stalking under the fake sun. That's engagement in what is the pattern of conduct with the entity. Traffic is a systematic means of group stalking, and they're doing so. They're engaging what is demonic activity while they do so. It's 10:21 a.m. and this is that is indeed stalking. The fake sun is over Haven and Foothill Boulevard. It is not over me while I'm inside of the shopping plaza of Mission Promenade at 101 West Mission Boulevard in Pomona, California, where I am at this time. It is currently 10:22 a.m.
Enrollment is underway for children up to age 5.
8DGL070-6ZZU623 34315 into 8POK412 7ZRB072, I believe. 7WXJ232, I believe.
Federal law requires masks on board and stops.
Capturing video at 10:23 a.m., which is referencing my presence yesterday in Pomona, where I remain, and I'm documenting what is bathroom monitoring by Starbucks at 101 Mission Boulevard in Pomona, California, and by UPS, who is creating light activity while they are monitoring me as my panties are down, while I'm subject to criminal surveillance inside of that private space inside of the Starbucks. UPS is also molesting with directed light. That's a demon that you can also see the directed light inside of their truck, by the way. This white male, he's a demon, and directed light is inside of his truck above his head. You can see it. It's illuminated. It's impossible light activity. And also, while I am being molested, while directed light is on the ground as I am documenting this minion that's maintaining a vehicle in relevant position to where I am inside of the Starbucks. At the moment that I am physically indisposed, engaged in private activity, this is the sex offender, the perpetual sex offender that's placing you under surveillance while you're inside of a private space, and doing so on behalf of the government. And what do you see at 10:23 a.m. while I'm in Pomona as I remain there at this time? This is the fake sun that's hovering right above me while that directed light is manifesting, by the way, in the shade, and while UPS and Starbucks are the companies engaging in that pattern of conduct And I am at 10:23 a.m. today. I'm showing you the fake sun that's that's remaining over me while I am passing state facilitating venue, the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, where the pattern of conduct is underway, as I've documented. Kidnapping by entity at that venue where the demon-possessed are present, acting in official capacities, engaging in kidnapping by an entity, engaging in ongoing obstruction of justice, as you are witnessing on my podcast, the entity engaging in harassment while I'm documenting them, okay? And that's how you have what is that impossibility of what is a light source that is not possibly the sun directly over my head while I'm on the bus of Omnitrans, going eastbound in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, coming from Upland, whereas on March 16, 2022, I am in Upland on 2nd Avenue, walking to the Upland Public Library where I remain for the day. That's why I capture at 10:50 a.m. the fake sun that's over the Upland Public Library. But I left Upland and the entity kept the fake sun over me, leaving Upland on this Route 66 bus, whereas yesterday, again, I remain in Pomona. I did not get on the bus yet. I'm still in Pomona documenting the minions in Los Angeles County. It is currently 10:27 a.m. This is P.O.C. And again, this is employee number 3233. 7NEH683, I believe. And it's 10:28 a.m. MRC USA 8RQY 355 7KUF 431, I believe. JB Hunt is crossing path as well. 8JRN 510 61924E1, I believe. 8FZ. I can't see the rest of them. It's rest of them. It's 10:29 a.m. City of Rancho Cucamonga. Can't see the logo, it looks really small, but it's a utility vehicle. They're creating light activity beside the plaza that incorporates Best Buy, the Chick-fil-A, the Carino's restaurant, I believe. It's adjacent to the Victoria Gardens Mall, outdoor mall. They're creating light activity, and I believe that's the City of Rancho Cucamonga doing that. It is 10:31 a.m. 6NQY300, showing you video at 10:31, I believe I started that. And this is, again, while I remain in Pomona yesterday at 10:30. I remain in Pomona, and I just captured a series of videos, and I do this with regard to what a specific time, so you can see what is an ongoing, continuous pattern of conduct and ongoing remaining impossibility with regard to the most vivid illustrations that you can provide, even down to the minute, as I go into different counties, location, and you're looking at what is the maintenance, including for the duration of the day as I remain at one place, and the light source, which is not possibly the sun, will remain there all day long, in addition to what is the light source as I go, for example, yesterday. 135-7049 San Bernardino County, demon engaging in touching with directed light while I'm under the fake sun in Rancho Cucamonga, by the way. This is at 10:34 a.m. And so with regard to my specific vivid demonstrations of it, so you can witness it for yourself, there is no mistake about what is an impossibility and what is not possibly the sun. So this is speaking to information that not just me, that we've been told about what is supposedly the sun and the conduct of the sun, and it's a matter of just basic observation that I am noticing and have noticed what is this light source. And again, while I'm remaining in the city of Pomona, which is in Los Angeles County, I remained there yesterday. I am en route to the Fontana Metrolink train station. The entity is keeping the fake sun over me on this bus, Route 66, not even the same street, okay? While I'm remaining in Pomona yesterday, I'm taking a different route, coming from a different city. I did a whole different type of turnaround, and you're looking at the maintenance of the light source directly over me. And doing so also as I use specific times as an example and showing you that's an even closer insight into what is an impossibility, as I'm showing you even down to the same time. All right, what is this maintenance of this light source? While I'm showing you, and for example, yesterday I remained in LA County in Pomona, all right, in 10:30 a.m. It's 10:30 a.m. while I'm crossing path with these demons who are stalking in traffic while the light source remains over me on this bus, Route 66, in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. And the pattern of conduct is thus recognized. That's how you're understanding. That's how you're also understanding what you're surrounded by. The demon possessed. You are subject to being targeted by what are the demon possessed, and they're engaging in criminal conduct. All right, so you're talking about what is no exercise of religious freedom to be of that condition. You can go around saying hell Satan all you want, but when you're engaging in criminal surveillance with the government, you don't have a right to do that. And that's what the fake sun, that's what directed light, that's what the criminal acts by the demon possessed, what they're engaging in. It's not only a violation of your person, it's serving that criminal surveillance system. They're monitoring with communication devices. It's 10:36 a.m. and that is San Bernardino County engaging in that state surveillance system. The fake sun is remaining over me while I'm on this bus, and that demon driving that county vehicle is maintaining presence, engaging in that state surveillance, which is harassment and terrorism by a demon, represented, identified as San Bernardino County, and that's that license plate. It's 10:36 a.m. 8TBK039 89072X2 4JTB 645 5RJL 676, touching with directed light, bunch of demons on Foothill Boulevard and Rancho. 8HVK 462, excuse me, this is Fontana that we've crossed into now. 5WFT 994. WZD 965, 5WFT 994. 7YOU 691, 8RJK 520. 10:40 a.m. Woo!
Please use rear doors.
Water company, touching with directed light 31189C2, 4XMX 529, and that's the Fontana Water Company. And it is currently 10:44 a.m. We are at Citrus Avenue and Foothill Boulevard in Fontana, California. Fontana Police Group stalking, crossing path at Foothill and Citrus.
Cypress Avenue.
8YBY633. Crossing path at Cypress and Foothill Boulevard at 10:45 a.m. License 6ADR401.
Stop requested. If possible, please use rear doors.
Si posible, favor usar la puerta trasera.
Juniper Avenue.
6TSK720. at, I'm sorry, PEA 40A. That's, looks like maybe Arizona. 8MLW 844. Oops, sorry, go ahead. WAK 457, 6HCP 857, 8YSL 393. RVZ 802. KLM 637. Alrighty, this is bus 1364, license 1535754, and then again, this is driven by the African American female. It is employee number 3233, and I want to be clear, paying attention to what is conduct on behalf of an entity. So while this particular driver, she is rather sedate, she is not directly engaging in what is the and by directly, I mean it's not coming out of her mouth, but it is coming out of her mouth with regard to what is the entity that's engaging in harassment. She represents a company that is placing under surveillance with the state of California. So while this is the not the person vocalizing this audible activity, this is the person that is also representing a company that is engaging in that pattern of conduct with that minion that is riding the bus that she is operating, who is engaging in what is harassment while you are documenting the pattern of conduct, which is a threat to your ongoing, which is a threat to your life and your safety, your overall well-being. While you're documenting the government's engaging in the surveillance system. You're talking about what's the entity that's coming at you in all directions, engaging in all manner of obstruction of justice. Harassment by entity is relevant to that. This is the P.O.C. And so you can hear on my podcast, you can see her conduct is, she's sedate. She is not, with regard to the conduct on behalf of the entity, she is, but she is not the particular minion that is engaging in waging that verbal threat. But she is equally engaged in that and prosecuting in it, and she represents the company. The company represents the people. The minions on that bus, it's attributed to Omnitrans that's engaging in the pattern of conduct. Understand how this is what is the P.O.C. That's how you're prosecuting a government that's acting through the people. 1404991. But like I said, I am full throttle with regard to the facts and the recitation of facts and the conduct as it is engaged in. And so, as you saw yesterday, you're talking about what is missing in my video documentation. Upon review, Omnitrans did actually cross path on Holt Boulevard, and on my podcast I stated that they had not. And so upon review, I'm totally full, and it's absolutely necessary and vital with regard to the ongoing record, which I am interested in maintaining an ongoing accurate record. I don't need to make up anything. And so you're talking about what is recognizing the driver herself is not engaging in the direct act of harassment, but it's harassment by an entity. Understand that. The entity is monitoring together, both the driver represents a company as well, and the people that are on the bus. They're one entity. So I want to make sure that I clarify that. So it is currently 10:54 a.m. License plate 1545798. That's Route 61, bus 2342. And Route 10. That's the bus that I got on. Again, this is driven by, let me specify. That is employee 3233. That is bus number 1364, that is license plate 1535754, where I remain subject to the pattern of conduct. Fake sun over me at the Fontana Metrolink train station. I remain in Pomona yesterday. I came to this same venue, fake sun documented remaining over me en route to this venue, and remaining over me as I then go to the Fontana Lewis Library. This is the P.O.C. All right, that's the pattern of conduct. License 1234506 is Route 14. License 1379010, bus 1251 is Route 10, and it's 10:54 a.m. Alrighty, showing you a video of upon my arrival to the Fontana Metrolink train station, and that is speaking to this ongoing stalking activity of the people of the state, acting via commercial actors such as Metrolink, who you hear. The fake sun is over the Fontana Metrolink train station right over my head, despite the fact that I remain in Pomona, California yesterday. And you're talking about what is capturing video of my presence in that city, in that county. And you're talking about what is intentional activity creation in the same way that you saw Union Pacific under the fake sun while I'm standing at 100 Main Street outside of that cafe where the Sheriff's Department, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, were group stalking. That is a demonstration of demon possession while you're engaged in surveillance. And that's what I documented the Sheriff's Department of Los Angeles County engaging in. It is criminal conduct. All right, those are demons in positions that they have no business in, posing an impermissible threat. The entity that is monitoring, it knows very well that it's being documented, and that is another level of those federal charges while the entity is engaging in that pattern of conduct. The Metrolink is that. Let me be clear. First of all, you've got a Metrolink train station. It's actually amplification. It's demonic activity that you're listening to. But it's appearing under the guise of what is Metrolink. Metrolink is going to be prosecuted for that. All right, and while I'm here, you're talking about what is the entity amplifying. For example, ongoing demonic activity is demonstrated while Metrolink is the guise under train activity that's heard at the Fontana Lewis Library, where the entity is also keeping a fake sun all day long at the Fontana Lewis Library, and that's all day long while I'm there. As I showed you yesterday, arriving after 12 p.m., that fake sun was not there. All right, that's because it's not the actual sun. This is Metrolink engaging in terrorism. Demons riding that train, monitoring, and a demon operating that train, monitoring. All right, and facilitating the criminal activity by these demons in traffic. License 5DHC 859 7GVW 789. That is 81896Z1. That's amplification. And I'm showing you what is not even Metrolink. That is Union Pacific. That's creating, facilitating light activity. And that amplification, which is, again, you're talking about what is literally the personality of the demon possessed. And it is shown through the conduct. Amplifying so loud, which is audible activity creation, but so loud while I'm documenting the demons who are monitoring. That's what this is about, okay? But it's also achieving that criminal conduct. I took a picture. You're looking at Union Pacific using the Metrolink train that runs a passenger line to engage in the elements of monitoring, just like you saw in Pomona yesterday under the fake sun. That was over me yesterday in Pomona, California. All right, 8HPU 496, which, by the way, yesterday at this time, I remain in Pomona. It's right over me at this intersection where these demons are stalking in the path, and that is amplification. That's harassment. That's the prosecution of Union Pacific, engaging in ongoing incessant harassment on behalf of an entity, engaging in what is demonic terrorism while they're placing an American citizen under surveillance. That's what Union Pacific is demonstrating for you right now. That's what they are doing on a ceaseless basis and utilizing criminally using train tracks in the United States. That's a whole other, that's relevant to federal law as well, while they're using those train tracks to engage in that conduct. 5DHC 859 is a demon. That demonic activity is occurring while they're in relevant position. They are monitoring their demons as well. They're under the fake sun. That's not over any sky space in Pomona. It's right over me in Fontana. 6LDA 979, 6JDA 075, 8HPU 496. In the same way that a minion engaging in harassment on the bus of Omnitrans is monitoring and harassing on behalf of the entity, Union Pacific is harassing on behalf of these demons who are stalking in the path. They're all harassing together. 6X13692, 8RQZ 355. 07864 and 2 7W96452. And that is, again, what you're hearing, that super duper amplification so loud that you can't hear yourself. That's demonic. That's amplification. That it is literally, you're witnessing Satan through the audible activity, through the acoustics around you. Okay, and you're also paying attention to your environment. This is the fake sun, and that's just paying attention because it's hovering over me in Pomona, California. It's hovering while I then get on a Route 61, not Route 66. I get on Route 61 and come to Fontana, which I'm capturing video right now 24 hours ago at 11 o'clock while I'm on Holt Avenue coming from Pomona. Okay, at AJ's pawn shop at the intersection of Holt Avenue and Palm, I believe. This is where the light source is over me. We're not right now while you're listening to Union Pacific engaging in what is harassment. I'm going to prosecute them with this audible activity and every demon that's monitoring with that company. CA67D35, that's a paper plate. 7W96452, 51895G3, and that is the intent by a demon-possessed entity, and it will be identified under a company name, Union Pacific, a demon-possessed entity engaging in that harassment. JTMENTZ, while they're monitoring your documentation and placing you under surveillance. 8ARD925. That's why a fake sun is over me in Fontana. And at the same time, no, it's not at the same time. It is a fake sun over me while I'm on Route 61 yesterday in Pomona, and a fake sun over me following me everywhere I go, and today in Fontana earlier than yesterday, which is impossible with regard to what is showing you what is not the actual sun. All right, license plate 7PPB073. Every single last one of them are demons in this environment. 8LIL 582, 8ARD 925, and Union Pacific is also it's attributed to Metrolink in the same way that Union Pacific uses Amtrak's train tracks. It's attributed to both of them. 7WVZ 398, 8MVL 144, 78TX 494, 14503F3, 8FTJ 060. G571XO, 02121X2, 8UOL 540, 8YBY633, 8TTD 925, 8DLR 097, 50069B2, 8EKB 976, 6VOM 638, 8VPB 257, 8GIJ 971, 6DPN 375, 9014382, 8BHD 193. 05579C3, CB04T60, 7UDE529, 2938683, 8XQE847, 8XNB801, 5XUB705, 8FXA106, 38287P1, 7E34040, 8HFY727, 8J42217, 5VBZ352, 8YFZ560, 6JQB367, 8EZR504, 1HOTTEA, and it is 11:04 a.m. Alrighty, I wanted to capture that video, punctuating what I just documented of all those demons, including the company Union Pacific, Victor Valley Transit, Crossing Path. Victor Valley Transit license 1544564, I believe. 8NEP707. 6YXC057, CS 64660, that's out of state. 7JMC191, 6LZN567, 6LKT779, 8LKH267, B64, 2C1, 8WSM102, 8AEU760, 8NWH833, 7CXW907, 8YGY482, 11866E3, that's Ugalde. That's a truck, large truck. Directed light while that demon driving that truck crossing path. It is 11:08 a.m. and I did capture video at 11:05 a.m. Which is speaking to, again, my presence on the bus of Route 61 as I am just now leaving Pomona, California yesterday. My presence remaining at the Mercy House venue at 435 South Bonneview in Ontario on March 14, 2022, which is impossible while I'm within the gates of that property and the fake sun is right over my head while I'm at and remaining since quote-unquote sunrise at that address. All right, and this is the entity keeping the fake sun at 11:05 a.m. while I'm inside of the library of Upham Public Library, the city that I left getting on Route 66 today, and the fake sun is remaining in the window to the city of Fontana, where again yesterday I'm arriving after this time. All right, you're talking about what is showing you the video, the beginning of that destination on Route 61 at 11 o'clock in the morning. So this is speaking to all of the previously documented, and that's just as of late during daylight savings time. This is already established. San Bernardino County, 1490919. This is already established with regard to the P.O.C. It is currently 11:09 a.m. and so I'm walking north on Sierra Avenue in the same way that I did yesterday as I arrived later on Route 61. All right, so you're talking about in about an hour. I'll be arriving yesterday at the Fontana Metrolink train station, whereas right now it's over my head. And the entity is keeping that fake sun. That is an impossibility. That's impossible. All right, that impossibility is prefacing the demonic, the presence of Satan. You are witnessing Satan. You are aware of Satan through the environment that you're surrounded by. Satan wants to be around you and hover all around you without your knowing it. Hence the fake sun. Right there, hovering over you. 1M35587, 8RDR548, 8VEA206, and it's 11:10 a.m. This demon coming from the back street, and I'll get their back license plate. Okay, all the demons that gather while I capture that video. Budget Tire and Auto Repair at 8595 Sierra Avenue. They're monitoring. We've got a demon engaging in terrorism, stalking with light activity at that corner. License 8 UFG 608, while the fake sun is right over me at the same street sign where I captured yesterday upon my arrival in the afternoon to the Fontana Metrolink train station. 21788B1 19500Y1. 8W955. 8, go ahead. 8W95544. All of these demons gather while I capture that video. All right, you got a whole bunch of buildup of traffic. So this demon over here engaging in monitoring at what is third-party facilitating venue Georgia's budget tire and auto repair. Well, I hope they have in their budget the ability to handle a federal prosecution for terrorism. This demon that's stalking in relevant position, using a vehicle to stalk in the path in alignment while the fake sun is over my head, which is an impossibility, speaking to the demon that this minion is. This is California 267-261. Alrighty, it is directly attributed to the venue nearest that you can document, and that is Georgia's budget auto repair. They're not separate. They're third parties monitoring together. 70924B3. That's the license plate of this minion driving battery systems, the single source solution. Stalking in the path at Valencia and Sierra Avenue, where all these demons are gathering. Guess what they're gathering behind? It's supposed to be a traffic light. That's supposed to be their form. They're stalking. There are demons that are stalking. SoCal Edison doing the same. 8W95544. 8ZNM256 doing the same. Oh boy. Capturing all of them under what is the scientific impossibility. The fake sun is right here over the street. The fake sun remains over the bus that I'm on Route 61 yesterday. Okay? They're demons and they're stalking. And this is third-party facilitating venue, Georgia's budget tire and auto repair. Talking about Jesus saves, not the demon possessed. You don't have any hope. And your criminal conduct, I'm going to prosecute you with it. All right? It's license 8595. Not license. That is the address of 8595 Sierra Avenue. Monitoring with the Sheriff's Department who crosses path. The same demons under direct light under that same fake sun. (1590766). That's the demons of the Fontana Police Department threatening with Georgia's budget tire and auto repair. A minion. All right, this is a venue where the fake sun is over me, and then you have law enforcement that crosses path. There are demons that are monitoring together. That's a threat by the entity that is monitoring you and monitoring your documentation. They are crossing path under the fake sun. It is 11:14 a.m. and I captured an image of Fontana PD. They are behind what are the demons of the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. Let me be clear. They're both, you're talking about what our agencies, where there are state actors of both agencies that are going to federal prison. All right, while they're out here stalking under the fake sun, providing evidence to the world as to how you will be able to identify unmistakably and under what is objective evidence the demon possessed while you're subject to criminal activity. 7CJZ725, and this is again, you want to threaten me, I'll prosecute you. That's Georgia's budget tire and auto repair. Every single last one of the minions listening. 7CKE681. It is currently 11:14 a.m. 7KLY570, and that is a threat while a demon possessed entity is keeping you under surveillance. That is what is what you are aware of while the fake sun is over me in Fontana, and while it's remaining over me while I'm on the bus just now starting on Route 61, which is the case yesterday. In addition to what is the documentation where the fake sun is already over, for example, the Upland Public Library, where it doesn't go anywhere while I remain in that library. March 16, 2022. 6CKJ465, where it is over the Fontana Lewis Library, and it does not go anywhere while I'm over that library. All right? I'm already in there at this time. Surveillance. That's the threat that the Sheriff's Department, they're woeful. They're going to be handled. BF73W24 and the Fontana Police Department, they also engaged in kidnapping by entity. Let me be clear. While the entity was engaged in kidnapping December 4, 2020, they were engaged in kidnapping as well while they want to keep stalking and threatening somebody. 7SZM076, that's exactly what you're doing in the environment. Demons wearing police officers representing law enforcement, you will go to federal prison. You're going to federal prison. 7AEP332. License 8UYE566. That's terrorism while you are stalking, and you are stalking while the American citizen is documenting, and you know that they're documenting. Oh, so this demon thinks they're going to drive by and pose that threat while you're monitoring. You're monitoring them. You're threatening them. All right, and it is also reasonably construed as such a threat while you're of that position and in that specific environment, which is terrorizing in and of itself. While I just so happen to be documenting, no, you'll go to federal prison for that. 7BDA845. This is how you're going to bind these demons engaging in that conduct. 1AG958, 6VHM439, 7H84579. License 6JJU571 at Citibank. 8AUP392. 7JVN755. 6YBR294. 8AQU357. 37827U2, and it's 11:17 a.m. 5KOW289, 7KQL705, 7BY8325, 6DQH484, 8SEC943, 7XXU554, 8AUP392. They're all monitoring at what is Citibank, the Citibank that's across from the Fontana Lewis Library. 74358N2. License plate 7NGO. I can't really see that one. 8ZOK554, 8706083, 8ZTG826, 8NWN624, 7AVN074. I'm sorry, 8HYU107. And I captured video right now at approximately 11:17 a.m. And I'm pointing out to you again because I'm doing what I did yesterday, but I'm doing it at an earlier time because obviously today I did not go, first of all, to Pomona, and I remained in Pomona, and then I got on the bus, and the next video that I captured is at 11 o'clock in the morning showing you my presence on the bus, which is Route 61, where the entity is keeping the fake sun that is nowhere near the intersection of Valencia. It is not over the Fontana Metrolink train station. While I'm showing you at 11, it's over my head on Holt Avenue in Pomona, remaining over me as I am showing you that bus route while the entity is stalking street for street, turn for turn with that fake sun. All right, but yet I'm here earlier and you have that light source that's right over my head. That is the ongoing wealth of documentation that I have shown over and over again, stalking with a light source, which is speaking to surveillance by a demon. Stalking with a light source is demonic. That's what the people of the state are doing with directed light. Stalking with light, they're demons. They're placing you under surveillance. 45264Y2, 7MPR, and that's Mariposa, 4MPR480, 6ZND170, 8LAF741. And so I did capture video right now at approximately 11:18 a.m. And I'm at that same venue of Citibank. And of course, I'm there at an earlier time. And you're looking at what is the same occurrence, an impossibility. The light source that is not possibly the sun. Hence, my absolutely proper term, fake sun. This is not the actual sun. Somebody's lying, okay? Lying to you about the environment that's around you. And this is why I've referred to it as such, because it's not the actual sun. What I'm using a title so you understand very clearly that is not the sun. The sun that you're reading about in science books that we learn about with War through the Galaxy, that ain't it. What I'm showing you what's over me, that's not it. That's not possibly it. You're talking about what is, nonetheless, a light source that's over me. And I'm showing you how it is impossible that that is the case. All right, that impossibility is witnessed and it is being observed. It's being documented as you're subject to what is criminal surveillance by a government who also, guess what, is stalking by law enforcement, stalking in helicopters, stalking in airplanes, stalking with this very peculiar light that I've termed directed light. It's engineered light. It's covering everything and everywhere around you. And the people of the state are very demented people. These are closeted psychopaths and very violent sex offenders who have babies, all right, who work in the medical profession, who go to college, who put on their vehicles that they're veterans and that they were in the military, or they work for they work around children, or you're talking about what is all manner of a population that is demon possessed. It doesn't, whatever you want to picture as the impossibility with regard to that evil, all right, you need to understand that's exactly what it is. It's an ongoing civilization and it is not normal. These are demon possessed, and the demon possessed are plenty. There is no exception to it. That's why I've shown you years of documentation of stalking with the fake sun. There is no exception. And it is both understanding what is the criminal system that's underway and the identification of a specific condition. The fake sun is over those who are demon possessed. Those under the fake sun, including San Bernardino County. License 1522045, P269 is the vehicle. And their venue also is in relevant position to the library where the fake sun is right now. It's 11:23 a.m. at Fontana Lewis Library.
Okay, 1:50 p.m. You're looking at what are images of the demon possessed engaging in what is harassment. While these demons are being stalkers and psychopaths, stalking with light inside of the library. How does it occur? They're pacing all around in engineered light.
These are sex offenders engaging in harassment with this directed light. It's flashing across the computer screen next to me. They're amplifying ongoing audible activity while they're meandering around in directed light, which is entirely focused on me while they're doing nothing but stalking at the venue. And so I want to document that because you're looking at what is relevant positioning and pacing around. This is the conduct of a demon-possessed population inside of the venue. And you are speaking to what is amplified audible activity. In the same way that you heard the amplification of Union Pacific, the demons are inside engaging in that same demonic system. It's occurring indoors, and this is what I've spoken to when you're listening to a minion such as Stephanie engaging in what is harassment. This is harassment while she's monitoring, and it is also her form for engaging in monitoring. For example, asking me to keep my voice down when I'm coming from outside, first of all. But second of all, you're talking about what is a minion that's saying something to you while they are monitoring your documentation, while on the other hand, you are, which is what I addressed with Stephanie at this venue, you have demons, including her, all of them engaging in what is ongoing harassment while they're monitoring the documentation. And I'm showing what is relevant positioning by demons who are pacing around an engineered light, as you have what is extraordinarily loud booming and banging while these demons are pacing around an engineered light. This is the dead. This is the living dead. They're engaging in stalking conduct. They're criminals and they're absolute psychopaths while they're engaging in this conduct inside of the venue monitoring. And they're speaking to what is hostility. That's what that amplification is. It is both the P.O.C, it's audible activity and engineered light. All right, these walking, talking demons are walking around, meandering around in a relevant position in the engineered light. They are also expressing hostility through such conduct, okay? Touching, molesting with directed light, amplified audible activity, loud booming and banging, and it's supposed to be the quiet area of the library. It's supposed to be, right? This is all revealing what is the system. Demons are not loud. Demons are necessarily violating their own rules. That is why you're recognizing what is harassment while they're targeting you and you are documenting them. It is currently, by the way, 1:52 p.m. This is the same entity that's engaging in bathroom monitoring. Again, the minions sounding what is the audible activity of the dumpster trucks inside of the bathroom. That's audible activity while these sex offenders are monitoring. It's demonic. It's entirely impossible. It's also harassment while you're monitoring the documentation. The entity is engaging in amplified audible activity of what's supposed to be the blender. I've already shown you the image of this is the Asian family, I suppose, her husband, and claiming to be the son. I've captured the group stalker that is maintaining presence at that venue, the cafe on the opposite side of the wall, which is amplified audible activity inside of the bathroom, also created while these sex offenders are meandering around in directed light, monitoring while my panties are down inside of the bathroom, which is a private space where criminal surveillance is underway. And this is documentation of what is ongoing harassment by that sex offender, the people of the state maintaining presence inside of the state facilitating venue under the fake sun, which I documented remaining over me in the same exact fashion as I showed what was not even 24 hours ago. Again, while I'm showing you that presence of that fake sun that is following from what is Upland, California. So I got on the bus and went to Upland and not to Pomona. The fake sun is present over this venue. While it is yesterday, I'm still on the bus. It's that ongoing impossibility. That ongoing impossibility speaking to the demons that surround. And the demon that you see in operation of that communication device, that's the demon engaging in harassment, walking around inside of the computer lab. It's 9:53 p.m. That's a Latino male. It's P.O.C. All right, I want to document, I will be seen on surveillance cameras getting up from the computer inside of the computer lab at Fontana Lewis Library. It is filled with what are third parties, the people of the state that are engaged in surveillance and monitoring. They're a bunch of demons also. These are demon-possessed individuals that are acting on behalf of the state, engaging in criminal placement, maintenance of placement, presence in engineered light, and amongst what is ongoing amplified audible activity. Bathroom monitoring is underway at 5:01 p.m. The entity, this is demonic conduct, and it's also criminal with regard to what is the demon-possessed getting their kicks off, which with regard to amplifying what is impossible audible activity inside of the walls of a private space while they are all jointly engaging in surveillance, monitoring with communication devices, representing the state while doing so, and monitoring ongoing documentation. It's 5:02 p.m., and this is audible activity under any circumstances that's occurring in the private space that's achieving monitoring. But let me be clear, this is demonic. It's amplification of audible activity inside of the bathroom while the sex offender is monitoring the documentation. Alrighty, it's 5:02 p.m. That's impossible audible activity. This cycle, you're dealing with the demonic, that you're dealing with Satan. And that's exactly why I'm going to prosecute the Asian woman. She's listening to me now. I'm going to prosecute her and she's going to have a sex offense on her. She won't even be allowed to work at a library. It is currently 5:02 p.m. This is P.O.C. 4RPU074 44795. I can't really see the rest of them. It's 8:34, by the way, 8:34 p.m.
and I have exited State Facilitating Venue Fontana Lewis Library. All right, you're looking at the people of the state stalking, and what you see is this demon that is walking across the street. He's stalking in the path. He's maintaining presence. This is literally what the system in operation. The people of the state, they are just stalking, maintaining presence everywhere that I go. And it is the people that are outside, walking around on bikes and buildings, sitting around everywhere and driving all around you. And you can see this minion. This is a minion. This is a demon-possessed person that has, you can also see the light activity while they have two separate shadows behind them while they are stalking in the path. And I am being molested as well. I did capture what is a very dark shadow and then another faint shadow right beside it, speaking to what is a molestation while I am surrounded with a specific environment, demonic environment, serving for criminal conduct and stalkers that surround. It is currently 8:35 p.m. License 1479509, Omnitrans. 7 BOB 128. License 8TJK534, 8WXE 100. ZFA 419, 8REZ. I can't see the rest of that one. 8POJ, and I can't see the rest of that one either. I'm at Upland Avenue and Sierra Avenue at the United States Postal Service, the Fontana United States Postal Service, which is a state facilitating venue. I'm being molested. I have multiple shadows. This is a molester, 6EPW332. This is a sex offender, 7ULJ261 and 482TGE, Wisconsin. They're all in the same environment, multiple shadows, and they are stalking. The demon-possessed are consumed. They're not doing anything else other than stalking, and that includes the minions driving the buses. 1234506, bus 1209. And Omnitrans has specifically demonstrated that. It's not even something that reasonably follows from a documented pattern of conduct. In addition to that, the people of the state have demonstrated the very thing that I unilaterally established through my own evidence. The demon-possessed driving these buses, engaging in deviating from their routes, while they listen in real time to me document them, engaging in real-time reactions, losing self-control while they engage in harassment as they are hostile to my documentation, engaging in what they have at their disposal to engage in harassment, not letting me on the bus, deviating from their routes in order to monitor me, deviating from their routes in order to not let me on the bus. 6PYY164. That is the P.O.C, by the way, of engaging in nothing other than everything is focused on what is the target individual, and this is the reality of the demon-possessed population. It's not about their job. It's not about what it is that they're looking like they're consumed with, including law enforcement. They're the demon-possessed population. Everything that they're doing, as I show you, as I document law enforcement, is about the P.O.C. That's why they're in that impossible light. It's the heights of malice. All right? It is recognizing Satan in your presence, placing you under surveillance. License 8UFK976, 8MNZ262, 4VSE562, 7ZQP125, 8JSP386, 7EOY025, 7TKF579, 8EOE438, 8TGN459, 5ZXD352. At the Stater Brothers, that's adjacent to the United States Postal Service. This is third-party facilitating venue. Stater Brothers, we're familiar with this third party. It's just in a different city. It's the same environment. This is P.O.C. I'm on surveillance cameras. It's 8:40 p.m. Alrighty, leaving on surveillance cameras. The minion you see with his little minion daughter as well, with communication devices and directed light, stalking in the grocery store and stalking in the parking lot. Parking lot stalking, 7XMY443, 8HKD379, 8ZNL575, 8YCG912, 7U69224, 7HWN879, and it's currently 8:52 p.m.
That's a demon stalking with audible activity, 6CLF028. This is a demon just standing out in directed light, stalking, 7NHE299. 7VSG100, and I read their license plate already. Let's see, 7WAZ109, 7EOY025. Make sure I read this one. 8UWV296, in case I did not read that one already. All right, 7WAZ109 molesting. AV96U17 is molesting with that demon, and so is this demon 7NHE299. 8WAL855, 4LKF594, 6YJK665. 7ZUC208, 6UYN441. 8GCB099, and the minion whose image I captured, this is the people of the state engaging in criminal conduct, incorporating those under the age of majority. This is a little girl, okay? You're talking about not even 6. Engaged in P.O.C, all she's got to do is be in the environment, communication device, following around with her stalking demon-possessed father. I will prosecute for that. That's relevant to what is delinquency, corruption, regardless of the condition of those children, you're including minors in that pattern of conduct, which is also sexually violent. It's terrorism by the state. You'll be prosecuted for that. 7UD and 341. And you got Fontana Police Group stalking as well. This is a threat by the entity. Understand how the demon-possessed engage in symbolic threatening, and Fontana PD will find themselves in federal prison. License 8URK287. They're group stalking in directed light. They're monitoring and keeping presence while I'm documenting. And this is how the demon-possessed communicate that threat. The presence of that demon-possessed law enforcement agency as you happen to be documenting the pattern of conduct, that's the P.O.C. All right, and this is a demon-possessed entity. I showed you what is my shadows as I'm walking here. They are stalking in the parking lot, and then you have what are demons that represent law enforcement arriving, stalking in the parking lot, just like the rest of them are. That's a communication of a threat by demons who are stalking you. That is why law enforcement and those engaging in criminal summoning, this is not criminal summoning, this is the demon. They already know. Criminal summoning is facilitation. That's the point. That's why it's a crime, because you're summoning them to engage in what is harassment and terrorism and an attempted kidnapping. All right? They're already stalking. Law enforcement already knows what you're doing. This is the vehicle. Let's see. Alrighty, capturing video of federal stalking by law enforcement who arrive in relevant position. Alrighty, showing you what our videos. I got more than one video of the Fontana Police Department. This is a Caucasian male. He's a demon-possessed officer that is engaging in federal stalking. That's all the levels of criminal conduct. It is criminal with regard to that condition because it is speaking to the demonic tactics involved in monitoring. 7TKF579, which is relevant to terrorism. And let me be clear, this is terrorism at the Stater Brothers in Fontana. This is the pattern of conduct that is underway. The presence of law enforcement, the people of the state are prosecuted for that threat, equally waged by law enforcement who are demons that are all monitoring together. You just have demons that are wearing police uniforms. That's the only difference. But with regard to that uniform, comes very much, comes very heavy repercussions with regard to penalties under federal law. And so with regard to these videos that I just captured, you're looking at the light activity. You're paying attention to the simultaneity of activity creation. You'll hear what is a method of activity creation. Immediately, light activity is created, and the demons are using a car alarm. It is occurring with simultaneity to my turning around. That's a change in conduct and my conduct. While I am documenting as well, you're witnessing the demonic activity. You're also witnessing it through the light activity. All right, and this is the symbolic threatening conduct of the demon-possessed entity by presence of law enforcement as you are documenting the people of the state. That's the pattern. All right, and that is speaking to what is the impermissible threat. And this officer, again, 6BAW607, monitoring with the people, monitoring with those who are under the age of majority, arriving pursuant to ongoing knowledge of the fact that I'm documenting. This is an impermissible threat by both the people and law enforcement, and they're all demons. They're in that same exact demonic environment. And this demon refuses to provide his name while he's engaged in such honorable and lawful provision of service. That is relevant to what is obstruction of justice, the refusal to identify yourself while you are, first of all, a law enforcement officer, and second of all, while you are, that's a matter of public information while you're documenting. I just want to be clear, you can refuse all you want, but you'll be charged for that. That's a federal charge. But I got the license plate and I got his image, and I have the entire P.O.C. Anyone trying to avoid identity, it's futile. This is futile. You're talking about what's going to be a prosecution of a state. Comprehensive. And that's exactly as comprehensive as the system is. That prosecution is going to be even more comprehensive and precise. It's currently 9 p.m. and Fontana PD documented engaging in that pattern of conduct, group stalking. Let me be clear, they're doing the same thing, RONIREA. They're doing the same thing while my panties are down. They're sex offenders knowing exactly what's going on. Demons choosing the precise moment to visibly arrive in relevant position. All right, you're talking about what is ongoing stalking at all times. 8 SFE 176. And that's why fake sun remains over the Fontana Lewis Library for the duration of the day while I'm here. All right, license 8ATU 311. And the Fontana Police, these same demons engaging in kidnapping as an entity with the Sheriff's Department. Like I referenced this morning, this is the case. They engaged in kidnapping by entity while they were monitoring during an ongoing kidnapping that was underway on December 4, 2020. And this is the same agency that is engaging in the pattern of conduct right now as I'm documenting it while monitoring documentation. So I just want to, all of this is relevant as to what is being documented. What you're listening to while I'm walking at Spring Street is an impossible audible activity. While I'm being molested with directed light. You see my multiple shadows, that's audible activity. The people of the state and law enforcement are stalking 8 W.O.C. 037. That is the pattern of conduct. That is attributed to what is Metrolink. It's currently 9:02 p.m. License plate 7UZN 612, 7PHE 763. See 4258103. 7KLY 570, 6VOF 045. Alrighty, and you do see what is the perpetual sex offender, and by the perpetual sex offender, you're looking at a demon that is manifesting light. Those are not headlights that will create that light activity in that parking lot. Those are not headlights that will create that double elongated shadows that I have while he molests with light. When I got that got that license plate, the demons of the Sheriff's Department are speeding by because they don't want to be documented. I don't need their license plate. They're going to federal prison. I documented their whole project. They're going to federal prison, a lot of them, and they're not getting out. They could speed on Sierra, and they're listening to me, and that's how you know it's actually going to happen. It's already done. You're going to federal prison. It's currently 9:03 p.m., but that was molestation by a perpetual sex offender whose license plate I did get, and the agency that they're with, Fontana PD. 6AQB 491, 7TIX 476. They will be, this is a prosecution for what is a sex offense on behalf of the government. That's exactly what I just documented by law enforcement. It's the same when I'm documenting the people, by the way. It's one entity, but I'm just speaking to what is the conduct directly engaged in by law enforcement, engaging in a sex offense. While you're monitoring, you're touching my person. A demon that is manifesting light that is touching my person. It's not headlights, you're stalking with light. And this is revealed by that environment. That's why you have what are multiple shadows. This is not normal light. That's not even normal audible activity. It is ongoing evidence against that demon that I just documented with the Fontana Police Department and the Sheriff's Department. While those demons listen to me speak of that kidnapping, that's why those demons of the Sheriff's Department are crossing paths. License 7ZFA419, 6LTR481. And they are listening, and I'm glad they are because they're going to federal prison. License plate 8KED289. That's exactly why. Remember, you're in a specific environment. So, first of all, that is beyond, and there is no possible coincidence in the specific environment that you are present in. You're a stalker, and you are also stalking while you are aware of this is Satan that I'm referencing with regard to the Sheriff's Department. Those are demons, and they are in position of law enforcement. infected with that condition, and they are crossing path visibly as they are listening to me speak of the kidnapping that they engaged in with the Fontana Police Department, then you have the Sheriff's Department crossing path in the specific environment. That is a pattern. It is also relevant to what is terrorism by those sex offenders. HCBB 853, I believe. Or I'm sorry, HCBB 533. License 5PVT 212. ATTD 666. 8KBH 069. Stalking in the path on Valencia with hazard lights. That's a demon at the end of the street, and the entity is patrolling back and forth over Sierra Avenue via aircraft. These are demons whose license plate I'm reading, including the sheriff. License 96394C2, they're stalking. 8ZPM053, they're stalking. License 09925B3. Omnitrans, Route 82, 1399978, bus 1263, and it's 9:06 p.m. And that bus is driving toward the Fontana Metrolink train station, by the way. PXY 703. 7TNK 735. These demons that are molesting, license 1479512, Omnitrans, bus 1305. License 00978E3 or 5E3. That's a truck. Not a commercial truck, just a big pickup truck. Fontana PD crossing path again. The sex offender, stalking, pacing. License 4JTH. I can't really see that one. It's 9:08 p.m. You have a sex offender stalking at a light, and this is literally a predator that's waiting to touch. That's why they're coming, and it's supposed to be headlights is what you think. That's actually a demon manifesting light touching on your body. 7PNP 291 as a sex offender. Just like that violent sex offender that I documented on video representing the Fontana Police Department. This is a very violent sex offender of this white male that refuses to identify himself by name. Because I have more than enough to identify not only the agency, but that officer. But you're talking about what is a violent sex offender who's engaging in criminal conduct and is willfully doing so, and is insisting on what is touching my person as the demon that he is. All right, molest my person and just so while monitoring. And they are fully aware of what is the knowledge of what they're doing as by virtue of documentation and the intent to prosecute and enforce your rights. In other words, that's a violent sex offender who is also in the position, cloaked in the position of law enforcement. He's a very violent sex offender. That's exactly what he just demonstrated. All right, and it is 9:09 p.m. I will be prosecuting, and it will be a very personalized and custom-sized prosecution for the demon possessed. It is currently 9:09 p.m. Omnitrans, this is bus 1325, license plate 1370396, and I'm here at 9:10 p.m. And as I stated, the entity flying repeatedly over Sierra Avenue while I'm walking down Sierra by helicopter, this is relevant to the pattern of conduct that I'm subject to right now while I'm at the Metrolink train station. These are all demons and they're all monitoring. They're in direct light, but this is the entity who's flying repeatedly over Sierra Avenue after documenting the demons at Stater Brothers inside of that plaza and the Fontana Police Department, okay? It's 9:10 p.m. Oh, I bet you're coming out. Alrighty, Route 66, license plate 1535754. Bus 1364. It's 9:11 p.m. Omnitrans is surrounding the perimeter with light. This is criminal. They're not in any way exercising any rights as a business. They're engaged in surveillance, and this is demonic conduct. This is a massive demon-possessed orgy while they are touching all over me and monitoring me with communication devices in concert with the people. These are demons on all of these buses, creating light activity in the specific environment and facilitating that environment, contributing to it. It's 9:12 p.m. They're doing so with the sex offenders, the criminals, the stalkers that are the Fontana Police Department. As they demonstrated, arriving in relevant position to communicate a threat while I'm documenting the entity, the people of the state that I will be prosecuting. All right, you're talking about, it's 9:12 p.m. You're talking about arriving to communicate a threat, which is the pattern of conduct. The law enforcement will find themselves prosecuted. You are going to federal prison. You're not going to stop the prosecution of the people. Understand, that's the purpose of law enforcement. Those demons in those positions, that's the purpose that they serve. You are speaking to you will go to federal prison, and the people of the state will go to federal prison. Anyone getting in the way of the ordinary target individual's ability to confront an entity that's placing you under surveillance and violating your human rights. And that's the significance of what I just documented yet again. It is currently 9:13 p.m. Route 19 is coming. I will document this license plate. Route 19, Omnitrans is molesting. License 14, I'll get the back. It's bus 1296. The minions on that bus, monitoring. Horrible weave. Woo, goodness gracious. And there's a minion in the back seat of that bus with a red cap on and a blue jacket, monitoring. License 1420090, bus 1296. It's 9:13 p.m. They're on surveillance cameras. And license 1399983, bus 1269, I believe. It's 9:14 p.m. 7YHG 964.
INHUMANE.
93106C1. It's 9:25 p.m. At the Tourney Plaza, Tourne, Fontana Police Group Stalking.
Fontana Transit
Just like they were
Center.
last night inside of the parking lot of Harbor Freight Tools in relevant position while I'm on the bus. They're sitting in the parking lot with their headlights aimed. Again, this is a demon manifesting light. 6XLX 749, 7VOF 506 monitoring with Fontana Police, 8XLK 378 monitoring with Fontana Police, 8RQY 580 monitoring with Fontana Police. And again, they're sitting in the parking lot of the Tourney Plaza, Tourne Plaza on Sierra Avenue. We're nearest Marigold right now, and adjacent to what is the Starbucks, the In-N-Out. This is where this demon is in this police vehicle, aiming light toward the road. This is crossing path, aiming light, stalking with light in the path. That's a demon of the Fontana Police Department, just like they were last night, as I stated, inside of the parking lot of Harbor Freight, adjacent to the 76 gas station, stalking in the path while I'm in this city of Fontana. 89621V1, stalking and monitoring with the Fontana Police Department. It's currently 9:27 p.m. And again, I'm reading the license plates of third parties who are crossing the path. The minion that's driving this Omnitrans bus, at least the ordinary American target individual, you can document the company. Omnitrans is going to be prosecuted for monitoring with the Fontana Police. But this is an employee that's driving the bus number 1325. This is a Latino male who was on surveillance cameras documented in that method as well. It's currently 9:28 p.m. monitoring with the people who are sitting on the bus. They're all minions monitoring with the Fontana Police Department. License plate 7PKU 620. DGN 491.
If possible,
Monitoring with the
please
demon who you
use
hear stalking with audible activity on the bus, requesting a stop. 7DGN 491. 7VOK 819.
Requested.
I'm monitoring
If
at what is
possible, please use
Danny's
rear
Liquor
doors.
at Live Oak
Sí,
Avenue
Por
and
favor, usar la puerta
San
trasera.
Bernardino Avenue. But it's currently 9:36 p.m. At bus stop 5876, I believe. Hold on. 5878. That is the overweight Latina female with the blue dress on and short hair. She's getting off at the back. You'll see her on surveillance cameras at 9:36 p.m. stalking with activity as she gets off, monitoring with the rest of these minions. And you're talking about what is deportation if they're not natural-born citizens while they're in my country, monitoring me. And it's currently 9:36 and doing it with this bus driver, doing it with law enforcement. It's 9:37 p.m. 7VOK 819. Group stalking is at this is Cherry Avenue and San Bernardino Avenue. Walmart crossing path at Prologis as the bus stops and turns. Walmart's engaging in the same conduct that it's monitoring with regard to what I've documented, and doing it in a different method, crossing path while the bus stops at the train tracks, which is Omnitrans creating light activity. Walmart is engaging in what is the impermissible threat. All right, that's a demon that's driving that commercial vehicle onto the property. It's at Commerce and San Bernardino Avenue. It's 9:40 p.m. NWU 465 97935H2 6YRK 300 3610473 8JQV 158 At the 76 in Ontario Mills, you got a demon aiming their lights. I think even manifesting lights, not their headlights. They're stalking in the path. It's demonic. This is the conduct of the demon possessed, breaking down their system. Demons sitting around at nightfall, hiding behind what's the appearance of headlights. These are demons manifesting light. And that's what I've also documented. Their headlights, and when I'm speaking to, I'm on a vehicle, for example, and they're on the opposite side of the street, like in a parking lot, and light is touching me, because it's not their headlights. They're demons that are manifesting light. This is underway inside of what is, I'm at Third Party Facilitating Venue, Ontario Mills, but specifically the venue, that demon is at what is 76. Parked in relevant position. There's a Del Taco over there. They're monitoring. These demons are manifesting light in the drive-thru at McDonald's, but I just want to speak to what is the P.O.C. right now while I'm on the bus inside of the Ontario Mills at the bus stop. It's 9:51 p.m. 7TBJ 912. YQN 273 7JYC 989 7JTC 989 at Archibald and what is this? Inland Empire Boulevard. And then you have another demon that pulls forward while I'm fixing my eyes on that license plate. And I believe that that's the correct license plate, substantially similar to it. They do turn on from Inland Empire, they turn on to Archibald. And it's currently 9:58 p.m. RCA 694. UY 821, I believe. Substantially similar. It's 8UY 821. The character in between the Y and the 8, I could not really see it. Let's see. License 5GT. Oh, I can't see that one. You just got that one. AKRA 203. YP27. Oh, I can't see the rest of that plate. Got an army of minions at the stoplight. 7ZSM097. Every single last one of it.
A whole population of demon-possessed people sitting up stalking. They're all manifesting light. It's not headlights that it's this engineered light that you're surrounded by, that I'm surrounded by. I'm speaking to the environment, the conduct of the demon-possessed in general, though, and that's what they're doing, and they're doing it in your face. And it's a matter of paying attention to your environment. They are demons, every single last one of them, manifesting light. This is the conduct of the demon-possessed, and they're at nightfall sitting in vehicles with headlights on, and that's supposed to be the guise under which you are subject to surveillance, and you don't even know it. Oh, but when you pay attention to what are headlights that are reaching across freeways, when you're paying attention to light activity that's on you and moving about in ways that is actually impossible, then you're becoming aware of the environment and demons that are hiding in plain sight. Don't want you to know about their condition. Don't want you to know about their focus on you, actually. And that's a psychopath, okay? Look in the opposite direction. That third eye is on you. That's Satan. That's entirely psychotic. It's 10 p.m. 6 DDL. I can't see the rest of them. This is P.O.C. at the Ontario Airport. Bunch of demons lined up. 7EHG 655. These are demons that are doing nothing other than grouping at the airport, which is a state facilitating venue. It is 10:02 p.m. Ontario Police Vehicle 1864A, while the demons surround 00089G3. The demons surround, meaning the people of the state, are using all of their hazard lights. The Ontario Police are monitoring as well. It's the inverse of what is the Ontario Police engaging in criminal summoning, using their lights, while the people of the state are surrounding, also using their lights. They're monitoring together as a single entity. This is Terminal 2. License 8YMP277. Directed light is streaming through the center of this bus. The employees, this demon that's driving this bus is not revealing the employee number on the display. This is all while the entity is monitoring documentation. They know that I'm publishing their identities and that I'm documenting and prosecuting them. It's directly relevant while the P.O.C. is underway. It's 10:03 p.m. License 8YMP277, 8XTJ376. A demon stalking with light using this is a demon manifesting light, but this demon is on the grounds of the museum. Not the museum, the airport. This is an overweight. Let's show you this. Oh, I'll take it. All right, now I wasn't able to capture an image of it. At Terminal 4, you have what is the minion wearing, I think that's, well, they had a blue top and dark bottoms on. I want to say that was law enforcement, but anyway, it's a demon manifesting light, stalking with light, and you have an exceptionally bright flashlight while I'm on the bus, aiming light in my direction. I want to be clear. The entity engaging in what is stalking with light, and that's a method of stalking with light. That's a demon that's doing that. And it's aimed precisely in alignment with me while I'm on the bus. That was at Terminal 4. It is currently 10:05 p.m. .1128. Oh, I can't really see that one. 8 VMR 586, 8 NAJ 456, 7 MFR 877, and capturing an image of what is the Ontario Police driving around the perimeter while the bus is driving on Airport Drive. And this is crossing path conduct. 8 VMR 506. Yeah. That's Texas, but I can't see it. 8. I can't see that one either. It's currently 10:06 p.m. All right, this demon driving the Ontario Police vehicle. This is the demon manifesting light, and so they are stalking in the path.
and making a U-turn onto Airport Drive from the property of the Ontario Airport. This is a demon that's manifesting light and doing so. 8 LOF 521 is monitoring with that demon driving the Ontario police vehicle. Again, it's not headlights that are creating this substantial light while they're driving around. They're manifesting light. And that demon in that Ontario police vehicle, which I take a picture of, is making a U-turn, as I took a picture of while they're driving on the property of the airport, while this bus that I'm on is on Airport Drive, driving in the same direction. Then the officer drives off of the property, drives onto what is Airport Road, making a U-turn. It's a bumpy road, excuse my voice. Making a U-turn, and this is a directed light that's going to swipe across the property, swipe across the road in front of me. They're stalking with light. All right, it's demonic what the police officer just did. This is what the people of the state are doing. They're surrounding with directed light. These are demons manifesting light, and they're hiding under the guise of what's supposed to be like headlights. This is a demon that was on the grounds of the airport using a flashlight while people are getting in and out of their cars. That was a demon doing nothing other than stalking with light in the path. This is primarily the use by the way, the demon possessed inside of the state facilitating venue of the sheriff's department while I'm subject to kidnapping, and I documented those demons very heavily on the facility cameras while they were engaging in kidnapping by entity, and the demons would engage in stalking with light in that very same manner, even though you're talking about what is being at an airport where people are driving in cars and you're using a flashlight. That's it. Like I said, that's a demon stalking in the path with light. And it is Fox rental cars crossing the path as well. It's currently 10:08 p.m. S.I.I.S at Vineyard and Halt, creating light activity, flickering light on the property. It's not a malfunction. It's demonic, and it's facilitating state surveillance. It's occurring right in your face, and that's a matter to document it very easily as well. It is a matter of facilitation of the government system, and it's currently 10:09 p.m. And S.I.I.S is the same property where the fake sun is hovering over me while I'm at the Starbucks. This is documented. So S.I.I.S is a third party. They are monitoring. It is intentional with regard to light activity creation. 8ZFW744. And in case you did not know, this is speaking to what is demonic. As opposed to what needs to be a changed light bulb, you're actually witnessing demonic activity, flashing light. It's occurring on a building. This is what demons are doing with their vehicles, all right? This is what a demon is using with a flashlight. It's methods of the same, different iterations of the same conduct. It's entirely demonic. All right, it's 10:10 p.m. License 7U8L580, I believe. 8AQL741. Demons manifesting light, turning at Vineyard and Halt at 1850 East Holt Boulevard, the Circle K. 7WEN845, I believe. Those are demons patrolling, and they're all in directed light while they are manifesting light, stalking in the path. They are literally making that turn on this street at this time to engage in that demonic conduct. The pathetic existence of the demon possessed is not in existence. You're literally stalking. That's literally what they're doing. It's 10:10 p.m. and these minions on the bus, they're literally riding a bus in order to maintain presence. Somebody else. It's entirely pathetic. Anyway, all I'm doing is prosecuting it, and I'm making it known what the demon possessed are consumed with. And it is surveillance, and it's entirely pathetic. It's 10:11 p.m. 8ZEW744 molesting and stalking with the Ontario police who are pacing on the street. We're at Grove and Hope Boulevard. Ontario police, another demon driving a different police vehicle crossing path. 8Y35878 molesting. And this is what the entity does while it listens in real time to what I document about it. And I'm going to prosecute it as the sex offending stalker that it is, including the demon-possessed Ontario police who are listening, and they're going to federal prison. While they engage in that sexual violence, that's going to be weighed in their time in federal prison. 7VKZ502. It's 10:12 p.m. 7ETS826. This is the same entity molesting. Stalking and harassing in concert with law enforcement as they're monitoring documentation together. It is 10:14 p.m. 8PRG035 at Campus and Hope Boulevard at 10:15. V989JO 6WVP 903.
requested. Ontario Civic Center transfer.
Alrighty, this is bus 1325, license 1370396, arriving in Ontario at the bus stop, in Ontario at 10:16 p.m. and on surveillance cameras. And the Latino male, he's about 5'5", 5'6", and he's wearing a cap and no display of any information on the bus. That is with ongoing knowledge of the fact that they're being documented, by the way. It's currently 10:16 p.m. This is P.O.C. Oh, my leg. Oh. 6R GT 641. License plate 8RCM 315. 8ZPT 174, molesting. License plate GRE, I can't really see that one. 8UIT 689, can see that one. Stalking. C. 7GIN 197. 5JIM 517, 6RJK 082, 8SAE 135, 8NQW 639. License CB 04N48, paper. 5NHR021. It's 10:21 p.m. That's the demon, for the demon that's speeding by me while I'm walking on transit as though one is escaping anything. I'll stand out and document 200 of them, okay? And not only that, when I prosecute you, you are within the state. I'm going to find you. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to name you then as well and still publish that information. It's going to be a matter of public information regardless. That's just the futility of the demon possessed. But I thought I'd go ahead and name you a few more demons who are stalking. It's currently 10:20 p.m., 10:21 p.m. at the Ontario Museum of History and Art, where the entity is engaged in ongoing surveillance. Following me all the way back to the museum, where the entity is engaging in stalking somebody who was sleeping outside while then trying to engage in insulting me. That's what that demon did. Remember that. While you're stalking me. It's so important what I'm doing and where I'm sleeping. Okay? Yeah. It's currently 10:22 p.m. P.O.C.